Hey there, folks. Welcome to another edition of the Highspots Virtual Gimmick Table. I, of course, am your host, the Man Scout Jake Manning, and it is a new fiscal year. And what better way to kick it off in Money Inc. Week Part 2 with Erwin R. Shyster, Mike Rotunda, Captain Mike, member of the Varsity Club. Did I get all of them right? You've got like so many names.
I've had a few. It's great to be back here in Charlotte, I can tell you that. Have a lot of fond memories. This was the first area and territory I worked in the United States, and what a learning experience I had here working for the Crockett's and the NWA back in the day.
I know that, like, it's always interesting, the little pieces of history that are all over this place on South Boulevard, Bourbon Road, and then of course the Waffle House where everybody would eat off Billy Graham Parkway was always a nice spot. But no, thank you so much for coming in here tonight, Mike.
Glad to be here.
I'm glad to be here. And also too, you've been signing like Funkos, turnbuckle pads, action figures, all types of different pictures. You'll be doing that throughout the night. And actually, a little bit later on, you'll be joining us for the auction period of the show. And apparently you've got a very special piece you're going to be auctioning off.
Right here.
A little red tie right there.
Just on Monday Night Raw.
Just on Monday Night Raw? Ago. So it's going to be TV worn, so you're going to be auctioning off a red tie. And you said this is like the first time you've ever auctioned a piece like this?
That I can remember.
Like I said, there's a lot of bars probably in Charlotte.
I've been doing this a long time, so.
A long time. First time you're going to be auctioning off a tie. So I don't want to take up too much of your time right now. I want to get you in the back and keep signing more stuff. Sign your life away.
Sounds good to me.
That's what instead of people signing their life away to the IRS, you're going to be signing your life away here all through the night. So go ahead and say goodbye to people for now, and we're going to come back a little bit later with you.
Take care. Okay. We'll see you.
Okay, and as you exit stage right here, we're going to put up the codes right now. As I said, IRS, Mike Rotunda, he's got all types of options for you to get your autographed 8x10s. Of course, if you want to personalize one, you're going to have to go to highspotsauctions.com, and those personalizations will close at 7:30 p.m. But you can get in the old school way in the comments section just by typing the codes of sold IRS pay up 20, or sold IRS pay your taxes 20, or sold IRS in ring 20. But if you want a Money Inc. one as well through the comment section, what I need you to type the words is sold Money Inc. tag title pose 30 in the comment section if you want any one of these particular signed 8x10s. And as I said, personalizations close at 7:30 p.m. at highspotsauctions.com. Now let's have a little bit of highspotsauctions.com talk, okay, guys? You know, new year, but I don't have a lot of announcements to get to you. Michael covered a lot of it this past Tuesday at Sign It Live with $1 Million Man Ted Dibiase. But right now, I just got a few announcements to make. Most specifically, just to let you guys know, if you haven't already, I've said it like once or twice, and I want to come back to it here at the beginning of the year. Start the year off on a good foot. Go ahead, if you haven't already, download the Shop app. There's been a lot of questions about where's my package and shipping and all those things. Well, don't worry. The Shop app will give you all those updates with your package and where it's at, and it'll be updated constantly. And also, too, with the Shop app, any vendor that uses Shopify, much like we do, which is the new system we transferred over from our old PayPal system, it gives you updates on all your other orders from all the other vendors that use Shopify. So if you want the most updated version of everything going on, just get the Shop app, and then you'll be updated on where your package is, and you won't need to be like, hey, where's my package? Or I've heard this, or I didn't get a tracking number. It's all in the Shop app. You can track your packages a little bit better. And also, too, with that, guys, customer support's kind of going through some changes. We're going to do some hard hours, but don't worry, during those hours we're going to be effectively answering your emails, your questions, your messages more effectively, and Queen Maureen will be taking care of each one of those questions accurately and detailed and settle everything during the customer support hours. But we never close as far as we're getting ready for great shows and wonderful shows for you guys. Let me go ahead and tell you about the schedule upcoming. This Saturday, Boxmania. Don't need to plug it. I don't even know why I'm talking about it, because it's sold out. It sold out days ago. We ran it back. Signed figures this Saturday, 5 p.m. But what I will say, and what I always say at the beginning of Boxamania, is, guys, if you want to do any trades with anybody, or trade outs, or trade with Jeff, or however you want to do it, like we've still got the 5 signed promo grab bag and their 10 DVD grab bag as a buyout. If you're not happy with your signed figure, I don't know why you wouldn't be. I put in so many great signed figures, and we had the lowest trade outs that we ever had at the last signed figures, and it sold out so quickly. So we did it again, and it sold out even faster. So I think we're gonna have even less trade outs. But if you still want to trade out, I need those trade outs to come in an hour after the stream ends, because I need to finalize all those invoices for Boxmania. So tune into Boxmania, see what you got. If you're happy with it, go forward. If you want to make a trade with one of the other customers, please do that within an hour after the stream ends of Boxmania. Because we have to get ready for our Sunday noon drop. And Sunday noon drop just got a little bit bigger, guys. It got a little bit bigger for a lot of different reasons. And this Sunday at noon, we drop pre-orders for all of Eric Young's items live for Sign It Live this upcoming Tuesday. There were far more lives in that sentence than it need to be, so let's trim it all down to this. We will go live Sunday at noon for Sign It Live. Eric Young will be in studio. He'll be doing all your personalizations on camera, so make sure you check out highspotsauctions.com for that. Also, too, a week from today, show just got even bigger because they're one of the biggest acts. They're not just Impact Tag Team Champions. Apparently now they're AEW superstars. The Good Brothers will be in-house for VGT next Thursday, and I hear they're bringing the belts, and it just got a little bit bigger. And if you guys remember how much fun me and Luke Gallows had together, well, now we're going to double down on that with Carl Anderson also in studio. So if you enjoyed when Luke was here the first time, imagine how much fun we're going to have with Carl Anderson. The Good Brothers will be here next week on VGT. And of course, you know, we're starting to dedicate ourselves to having Saturday program for you guys every single Saturday as opposed to every once in a while. And we were going to have a Less Than Perfect show, which you'll understand what that is in a few more weeks, because that got moved. And you know what? I really wanted to do Less Than Perfect for you guys next Saturday. I really, really wanted to, but when I found out that we had the opportunity to book this wonderful, amazing individual, I was like, you know what? I will put it off to do a very special Sign It Live next Saturday, 5 p.m. Molly Holly will be here for Sign It Live. That's right. Yes, Mighty Molly, Miss Madness. Molly Holly will be here next Saturday at 5 p.m. So tune in to that. And the pre-orders for her will also be available at the Sunday noon drop. So this Sunday just got that much bigger because everything that's going on in AEW and everything that's going on here at highspotsauctions.com. I've stumbled and bumbled my way through all those announcements. So let's see if I bumble my way through something that I have said for the last 6 or 8 months, and that is the rules, guys. As a reminder, with these rules, if you see an item put in front of the camera that you would wish to purchase, I need 3 pieces of information in the Facebook Live comment section. I need the information of sold, item name, and price. So if I'm selling an action figure for $40, I need the information of sold, action figure, 40 in the comment section. If you type the information of sold action figure, $37.27. You didn't make a sale, I didn't make a sale, nobody made a sale. We have rules in this society and I ask that you abide by them. And once you abide by those rules and you have collected $100 on one specific invoice in one fiscal week and you live in the domestic United States, you get free shipping on that invoice. It's simple as that. It's easy as that, but don't worry, Canada UK. You are not left out. We are consolidating orders, and we are shipping the previous week, fiscal week, the next Friday, every single Friday for Canada and UK. We're getting those out the doors to you guys accurately as possible. But if you're like, you know what, I'm the anti-Ric Flair, I have no problem paying the value-added tax, then go ahead and get it shipped direct to you, Canada, UK. That's no problem whatsoever. But also, too, guys, you know, lag is real. It is a very real thing, so do keep that in mind. But also, too, do keep in mind with that, once you type the information of sold item name and price, we will be liking that comment, we'll be recording on a spreadsheet, and then we'll be putting on your invoice at the end of the night. So please be patient with that because the lag is a bit real, so we might be a little bit behind. Queen Maureen and Tommy Thomas are going to do their best possible for you guys to make sure that your invoice is correct by the end of the night. So I think I got through the rules as fast as I've ever done before. We're less than 10 minutes already in here. That's because I drank a whole bunch of coffee beforehand. No, I'm not having a heart attack. And no, I'm not out of practice because I'm just excited to be back with you guys. We're here in 2021. Everything's great. I got my money shirt on and everything. I paid money for this thing. I didn't have them make it in the back. No, I'm excited to be here for part 2 of Money Inc. Week here at the Highspots auction. So let's kick off this edition of the Highspots virtual gimmick table. And we're starting off with hot starts. And we're going to start off with something that I need to slow down and really explain to you guys here, but I got to show the product off first. And the product is, you've seen it on pre-orders. A lot of people picked it up this past Tuesday. Well, now it's a complete item. It is the Money Inc. signed Funko Pop that we are selling for $90. I only have 14 of them available, but let me show you something very unique and very special about this particular item right here, is that we are doing something very special. Yes, we always do something special with signed Funko Pops, but also too, with the COA, we have a QR code now. You see right there, and if some of you aren't watching on your phones, but if you're watching on a computer screen, you can scan this QR code and you'll get your COA. Let me go ahead and demonstrate to you guys. We didn't have time to practice this. We barely had enough time to get the sticker on here, but we're going to go ahead and give this a shot right here. So, go ahead.
Go outside, Jake. The internet's really bad.
No, Michael, it'll be just fine right here. So I'm going to take my phone, put it right here. Let's see if I can get it blurry, of course. Let's see if I can get that. And that pops up there. And there is COA right there. Isn't that slick? That's right. That is going to be us going forward right there. Signed Funko Pops will be stickered COA'd on all of them. Right there. That is going to be the new COA system that we're going to be having going forward, because we want to ensure to you that these items are legit signed by us. Once you see that sticker right there on the bottom, you know that Highspots certified, stands behind it, that this particular item was signed on a Highspots location. You'll have a COA that you can even print off if you want to. You can print it off on your home computer or library or wherever, or you can just show your friends off. Like, see, this is a COA for this thing. We're moving into the future. We're giving you guys the option, and what better way to kick it off than the signed Funko, signed by Dibiase, and of course inscribed, pay up, IRS, right there on the Funko, right there. We're selling this for $90 right here. Also, to all the Dibiases, they will have the QR code as well in the back. Also, a lot of our promos will now have the QR code, and you'll be able to scan that as well. So, we're moving into the future on this one right here. But in the future right now, do we have less of these signed Funkos right now, Michael?
Well, right now, we only had one more person pick it up. Well, that makes it two.
Okay.
Joe Krattinger.
Joe Krattinger, thank you so much.
And Jason Chewy.
Jason Chewy. So, like I said, we
sold like 27 of these on Tuesday.
Yeah, we sold 27 of them. We do
Wanted
have...
to hold them for tonight.
We held a couple for tonight back. We had 14. Now we're down to 12 of these signed Funkos. Money Inc. With a wonderful QR sticker right here that has the COA. That is the new COA system here at Highspots.com. Highspotsauctions.com. Right here. So, signed Money Inc. We mostly wanted to get this on the show so I can show you the new QR system, the new authenticity sticker that are going to be on all of our items, are all signed 8x10s, and a lot of our signed figures. They will come with now a sticker available so you can get the COA system. That's what we're going to be doing going forward, because we're stepping forward in the future. Because I want to certify to you guys that this item right here, you can't just take the paper CO out and put it out in some other Funko and then somebody signs whatever on it. No, this item right here has a sticker on the bottom that says Highspots was here and witness this signature for you guys, and we're going to ship it off to you. So this item right here, the signed dual Funko, we got it right here available. All you got to do is type the words "sold Money Inc. Funko 90" in the comment section. We got about a dozen left. I don't know if we had any more come in, but I think we sold 27 of them already this past Tuesday, so we might be running out of money for Money Inc. signed Funkos. But hopefully, you got a little bit more money for another item, but that says just signed by IRS. It is a IRS signed Elite figure, and I only have 6 of these available right here, and I think a lot of people wanted to wait and see what the inscription was going to be on here. Was he just going to write IRS? No, he put Erwin R. Shyster on here, and pay up right here on the signed Elite figure. This will also come with the QR sticker as well, but let's go ahead and take a closer look. This figure right here, this Elite figure, which we are selling for $60. Just type in the words "sold IRS Elite figure 60" in the comment section. Here's a close-up of the signature right here. IRS Elite figure, $60, only 6 of them available. Michael's already started to write. Looks like we're going to be running out of them very shortly. So that means a lot of people are typing the word sold, IRS Elite figure 60 in the comment section. This is your opportunity right now. Don't be left out in the cold. Looks like we got a few people down right now. I only have 6 available. It looks like I have even less than that. How many do I have available right now, Michael?
Right now we had 3 of the 6 sold right away. I'm waiting for the lag. Ryan Perry, James Hebb,
and
Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock. I only have three signed IRS Elite figures signed with inscription. There's the pay up right there at the top. Erwin R. Shyster. He just didn't put IRS on this one. No, he had much more room on this one to put Erwin R. Shyster. For this one, pay up, signed Elite figure by IRS.
Daniel Riker,
he is the next one. We only have two signed figures remaining. 2 signed Elite figures are remaining. All you got to do is just type in the words sold IRS Elite figure 60. That's right. And that we only have 2 of these available. We also only have 15 minutes remaining for personalizations for IRS. Only 15 minutes remain for get your personalizations in. If you want a picture signed by IRS and have them pay up, here's your opportunity right now. Go over to highspotsauctions.com and get that in right away right now. But right now, if you're looking for a signed figure by IRS, Mike Rotundo right here, here's your opportunity right now to type the words sold IRS Elite figure 60 in the comment section. All right. We're starting off a lot of hard items right here. As I said, we got just the Elite figure right here. We still have more than enough Money Inc. signed Funkos available. Just type in the word sold Money Inc. Funko 90 in the comment section. We only have a dozen remaining, just a dozen remaining. We held some back here for you guys tonight, and here's your opportunity right now to pick them up by typing the word sold Money Inc. Funko 90 in the comment section. But something we didn't have enough time to get to this past Tuesday with $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, because we had so many items. As we said, we sold like almost 30 of those Funkos. We sold his Funkos. We had art pieces. We had 8x10s. We didn't have time to get to this item that we made special for you guys. We made some replica gear of Ted DiBiase. And we have replica trunks with the dollar signs right on the side. And, of course, Ted's signature right here on the front. That's right. We have signed replica gear by Ted DiBiase. Replica trunks for a nice shadow box. You can display piece. You can get this right now for just $50. Just type the word sold. $1 Million Man replica gear 50 in the comment section. Let's get a closer look of this replica gear right here. Of course, Ted signed right there. Right in the center, right on the money part of the trunks, right there, Ted DiBiase, and of course you got the dollar signs on both sides of the trunk. This is, of course, is replica gear. It's cosplay gear, but it is signed by $1 Million Man. Maybe replica gear, but it is for real. Signed by Ted DiBiase himself. Come with their certificate of authenticity. I only have 10 of these available at $50 right now. If you are good at shadow boxing, if you guys are good at displaying some of these pieces, and I've seen a lot of your Twitter accounts, which you're doing with a lot of our turnbuckle pads we have made, we get with a lot of those Schamburgers and framing those real nice. We got a lot of crafty people that I think are going to do a great job of displaying this wonderful pair of trunks signed by the $1 Million Man himself. And you can get it right now for just $50. Just type the word sold, signed $1 Million Man, replica gear, 50 in the comment section. As I said, I only have 10 of them available. It looks like I have even less available. We've been selling a couple of them right now, so put into the comment section right now. We're going to run out of these very fast right now. Looks like we've got over half of them sold at this period in time right now. Just type the words sold $1 Million Man replica gear 50 in the comment section. Looks like we're getting dangerously close down to the very last couple. Don't be left out in the cold. As I said, you put this in a nice shadow box. You display this nice right here, especially with the dollar sign right on the side. It's going to be, of all like your wrestling collections right here, this is going to be the highlight piece of it all. Some replica gear signed by the $1 Million Man himself. Of course, will come with a certificate of authenticity, the old school way in the paper, right there with the top loader.
Right. 7 of 10 are sold, Jake.
7 of 10 are already sold. Don't be left out in the cold. There's only 3 of them remaining. But who are the lucky 7 right now, Michael?
Justin Hill.
Justin Hill.
Eric Farrell.
Eric Farrell.
Angel Huizar. 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 He's a regular customer. For some reason, I just can't say his last name today.
Okay. All right. Cool. Angel. Nice job.
Matt Bish.
Matt Bish.
Daniel Hopper.
Daniel Hopper.
Craig Usher.
Craig Usher.
Eli McCausland.
Eli McCausland. All right.
Angel, teach us how to say that last name one more time.
Yeah, Angel, please. Help Michael, please. He's having such a hard time saying it. Angel, I don't know how to say your name. I just don't have it in front of me right now. But right now, I know in front of me right now is I only have three remaining signed trunks by the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And once these are gone, they are gone. We're not getting any more of these. Looks like I have even less now. Looks like I only have two remaining. Who's that last name they just put down there, Michael?
Charlie Urena.
Charlie Urena. All right. Thank you so much, Charlie. So right now I only have 2 signed trunks. $1 Million Man. Just type the word sold. $1 Million Man. Replica gear. 50. Don't miss out on it. This is a rare piece you're only going to get from Highspots.com. Who does autograph signings? Who makes wrestling gear and then gets it signed for you? Highspots does. This is one of our unique pieces that we have created specifically for our auction site right here. You're not going to get this anywhere else. No other vendor is doing anything as cool as this right now. And we are apparently down to some of our last one right now.
Down to one.
Down to one.
We sold it.
Sold it. We're done. It's off the virtual gimmick table.
All right. Let me just give you the name so everybody gets a shout out.
Everybody.
Fred Carpenter was number 9.
Fred Carpenter, you're number 9.
Tommy DeLuna was number 10.
Tommy DeLuna, you ain't no loon.
And it's pronounced Weezar.
Weezar.
Angel Weezar.
Angel Weezar, you are a Weezer fan, my friend. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. Pinkerton was your favorite album, and also Ted DiBiase is one of your favorite wrestlers because you're picking up one of the signed $1 Million Man trunks. You're one of 10, sir. Thank you so much. Angel, my fellow Weezer fan. All right, as I said, we had the $1 Million Man in this Tuesday, and I was really hoping they weren't going to sell this on Tuesday because I think this is a great item for you guys. Right now, we've had a lot of hard card items, a lot of items that were $90, as I said. The signed Money Inc. Funkos, which are still available for $90 just by typing the word sold Money Inc. Funko 90 with our new wonderful QR stickers right there on the bottom that gives you a digital COA because we're going green here. We're going green because it's Money Inc. week. And of course, I was really happy when Michael didn't put this on the Tuesday show and give me available to you guys because you know, as I've learned from, you know, the 12 days, you guys like stuff that's a little bit cheaper. Sometimes you like a deal. You like something special. You like something that's like $5. And, you know, we brought in the $1 Million Man. You know, he's a $1 Million Man. There's not a lot of things you can buy for $5 from the $1 Million Man. But what I can give you for $5 is a loose Hasbro of the $1 Million Man for $5. Just type the word sold $1 Million Man Hasbro $5. We got a whole bunch of these in the back right here, and you can pick them up right now for $5. This is part of Money Inc. week right here. Of course, we couldn't sell them on Sign It Live because I don't know if Ted could be able to put the $1 Million Man or release a dollar sign on here. But right now, all you need is $5 to pick this up right here. Just type the words sold $1 Million Man Hasbro $5. In the comment section.
Start reading some names. So
give me some names, Michael.
Well, Queen Marine's going to be earning her money tonight.
All right. I knew this would be one of those busy ones.
Dan Souza.
Dan Souza.
Aaron Annunziata.
Aaron Annunziata.
Jeff Freer.
Jeff Freer.
Emily Rose.
Emily Rose.
Ryan Lee Stepp.
Ryan Lee Stepp.
Junior Martin.
Junior Martin.
Brandon Bates.
Brandon Bates.
Chris Ashton.
Chris Ashton.
Andrew Miller.
Andrew Miller.
Matt Poyle.
Matt Poyle.
Marcus Smith.
Marcus Smith.
Joel and Kylo.
Joel and Kylo. Hey, Joel, I hope your mother's doing better.
And Angel Weezar.
Angel Weezar. Ooh, he's a big fan of Buddy Holly.
Daniel Blotke.
Daniel Blotke.
Drew Smith's going to take 2.
Drew Smith, of course you're going to take 2. Why not?
Kyle Marcellus.
Kyle Marcellus.
Daniel Rayleigh.
Daniel Rayleigh, you are railing against the man, but not the $1 Million Man.
Eli McCausland.
Eli McCausland.
Big Bob.
Big Babaloo. Good to see you.
2 for Jeff Morlock.
2 for Jeff. You know, Jeff Morlock, he's definitely a guy that's like, you know what, I'll take 2 of everything.
Daniel Hopper.
Daniel Hopper.
Bobby Hawkins.
Bobby Hackins.
Paul and Tilly.
Paul and Tilly.
Marshall Sherman.
Marshall Sherman.
Dennis Michael.
Dennis Michael.
Steve Mongolos has to put the price, but other than that, Stephen Malongo. I'm going to call him Mongolos, even though it's Molo.
Mongo! Steve Mongo McMichaels, could you please put in the price? I need you to type the word sold. $1 Million Man Hasbro, 5 Mongo. I have been defending your wrestling career right now, Steve Mongo McMichaels. Please type in the price, which is $5 for this loose Hasbro of the $1 Million Man. Just type the words sold. $1 Million Man Hasbro, $5.
Eric Kaufhold.
Eric Kaufhold.
J.B. Griffin III.
J.B. Griffin III.
Jeff Shabo.
Jeff Shabo.
Vinay Mehta.
Vinay. This is where we sit right now. $1 Million Man Hasbro. Makes it super small when I zoom in, and I guess I got to bring it all the way up here close. Old Ted himself. So the loose Hasbro. Of course, it's the black version. I just found out today there was like 3 different Hasbro versions of the $1 Million Man. I just saw them for a mail-in. It was pretty incredible. I didn't.
Who sent them in?
Yeah.
Oh, you know who sent them in.
I'm disgusted now.
Steve Mologusis says sold, so he's good.
Okay, thank you so much, Mongo. I appreciate you, Mongo, so much for typing the price in, and we are good to go there. We got the $1 Million Man loose Hasbro. Of course, like I said, I was pretty happy. The whole reason everybody kept asking me, like, why are you still around? You know, Michael's got signed alive. He's making sure he wasn't going to steal one of my hot starts for Thursday and put this on the show, because I wanted to bring this out to you guys, the viewers of VGT. I'm very happy to be in your presence again, and I'm very happy to be in your presence holding this loose $1 Million Man Hasbro for $5 right here. So is everybody caught up? We're good. Queen Maureen's got it. Queen Maureen is all over all this. She has hopefully liked all of your comments. She's recorded on a spreadsheet, and she'll put it on your invoice at the end of the night. But right now, another thing I hope you put on your invoice by the end of the night is, as you know, Mike Rotundo. We're going to talk about that later because I am perplexed by that part. But as you guys know, Mike Rotundo was a longtime tag team partner of Barry Windham in the U.S. Express, and we have a Nuclear Heat signed poster by Barry Windham. I brought it out a couple of times. I figured let's get some kind of Mike Rotundo related items. We've had a lot more $1 Million Man related items, but let's get out Mike Rotundo's other tag team partner. That is Barry Windham, and this is only signed by Barry, even though Arn and Mike and Captain Lou are on it. But this is a Nuclear Heat 11x17 art piece signed by Barry Windham, and it is available for $30. Just type the word sold, Barry Windham, Nuclear Heat 30 in the comment section. You guys have seen it a handful of times, but I want to bring it out here because, you know, hey, maybe if you're a fan of, you know, the U.S. Express, well, here's an opportunity to get a signed Nuclear Heat poster by Barry Windham. A lot of the items that you're going to see here are very related to IRS also, too. I got another theme that I'm going to unveil to you guys here just in a little bit. But right now, I want you to take a look at the signed Nuclear Heat poster for $30, signed by Barry Windham himself, Mike's former tag team partner from the U.S. Express. And of course, he's also immortalized in the said poster right here. But here's the signature right here from Barry, and of course the COA right there on the back. Let's go ahead and type the words sold. Barry Windham, Nuclear Heat 30 in the comment section. Interested in that. Any takers in the Barry Windham? Of course not. We brought it out a couple of times, but I wanted to bring it out here again in Hot Starts. Maybe some of you haven't seen it. We always get told we got new viewers all the time, so if we have any new viewers, let us know. A lot of these names are some people we've picked over the last couple of months, so I want to give you guys an opportunity, if you haven't already, to pick up this signed Nuclear Heat poster by Barry Windham for $30. All right?
No Barry Windham, but James Head got a Hasbro.
James Head got a Hasbro. We're still getting you, James Head. I hope you're staying warm in Oregon right now. Very cold in the Pacific Northwest. So good to you. Good to know that there's good people in the Pacific Northwest who know who Harley Race is. That's all I have to say. And we're going to move on from this. But as you guys know, it's cold right now. We're in January, though. And you probably, when you go to the stores, you're sick of seeing it. It's the Christmas clearance stuff. It's just like we saw it for all the way from October to December, and now all the stores are trying to get all that Christmas stuff out and clearance all the Christmas items right now. And usually the day after Christmas is big for that, but there's still some of the raggedy things that are left. And Highspots is no different. As the 12 days, we had a Christmas ornament every single day right in the beginning of the first couple of days, and we just seemed to couldn't get rid of one Christmas ornament. But Christmas miracle happened just before Christmas. We had Heath Slater in, who was a member of the Nexus, and that is right, we still have the Nexus Christmas ornaments, but we decided to have Heath sign all of them. So what we're going to do is we have a signed Christmas ornament, so it's our Christmas clearance, but we got Heath to help us out with it. So if you want a signed Nexus ornament Christmas clearance sale, $10. You're getting a Heath autograph and a Nexus Christmas ornament for $10. You couldn't even get a signed promo from Heath, but this is the Christmas clearance special right here. Signed Nexus ornament, $10, signed by Heath himself, a member of Nexus. Here's your opportunity right here to pick up this signed Nexus Christmas ornament. Of course, Heath signed it right there on the front in nice yellow paint pen. It's a blown glass ornament. You're getting a Christmas ornament and a Heath autograph for only $10. You can't even get a signed 8x10 for that amount of money, but you can get a signed Christmas ornament for $10.
All right, Matt Poyle.
Matt Poyle.
John DiPietro.
John D.
Michael Chavez.
Michael Chavez.
John Fox.
John Fox.
Stephen Boyd.
Stephen Boyd.
Eric Kaufald.
Eric Kaufald.
Brandon Vincent.
Brandon Vincent. All right.
Emily Rose.
Emily Rose. See, the oddity of this whole thing, I'm glad some of you guys are not lost by it, because this is an odd and a weird item. I will not dispute that. But this is a Christmas clearance special. Not only are you getting this Christmas ornament, but you're also getting a Heath autograph. As weird as this all sounds, that's right, we had him sign Christmas ornaments and we sold them in January. Because, Highspots happens right now. But if you're interested in it, all you got to do is just type the words sold, sign Nexus ornament 10 in the comment section.
Jeff Shabo.
Jeff Shabo. Some names that we have are just fun to say. Jeff Shabo is definitely one of them, especially when he picks something up, especially this wonderful, unique, rare item right here. The signed Nexus Christmas ornament. Signed by Heath himself.
Joel and Kylo.
Joel and Kylo.
Fred Carpenter.
Fred Carpenter. Fred Carpenter's in there. It's a little bit slow, but he's definitely on the money every time. He's picking up some of the better items, the unique items that we have available here on the Highspots Auctions virtual gimmick table.
Ruben Olivares.
Ruben Olivares. Picking up this signed Christmas ornament, signed by Heath himself. Yes, some of you are laughing at this at home, but we are not laughing right now because this is far more Nexus Christmas ornaments than what we sold the entire 12 days of Highspots. So this is you're not going to get this at Walmart. Santa Claus is not going to sign your Santa Claus ornament. No, he's not going to do that. Rudolph is too busy for autographs. Rudolph is about as impossible to deal with as Ric Flair is about signing autographs. Rudolph's money went up, guys. We can't get Rudolph to sign any of his Christmas ornaments, but we got Heath to sign his Christmas ornament, and it's only for $10. The Highspots Christmas clearance special, signed Nexus Christmas ornament for $10.
Eli Eifert.
Eli Eifert.
Dennis Michael.
Dennis Michael.
Andrew Miller.
Andrew Miller.
Adrian Calderon.
Adrian Calderon. Man who lives in Colorado, but he has the most Spanish-sounding name I've ever heard before in my life. But anyways, thank you to everybody that picked this up. This signed Nexus Christmas ornament for only $10. It's hard to believe that we sold this many of them, but we had all of them signed by Heath, and I can't wait to ship them off to every single one of you. And I'd love to send some more off of these signed Money Inc. Funkos for only $90. Just type the word sold Money Inc. Funko, $90. That's got the special Highspots sticker COA QR code you can scan, and you get your COA digitally now right here at highspots.com. We're jumping into the future. We're going green. We're going green on Money Inc. Week. And here's your opportunity to celebrate that by typing the word sold, Money Inc. Funko 90 in the comment section. All right. Now we're going to get
Craig Usher to finish this up.
Craig Usher picked up signed Nexus Christmas ornament. All right. Now here's an item that we're anticipating is going to be very busy, and it should be very busy because this was a very unique item, and a lot of people were talking about this on the preview that I posted at Manscout Manning on my Twitter and Instagram, and of course the Highspots Twitter and Instagram. A lot of people were talking about this item when I put out the preview, and here it is. Here's your opportunity right now to type in the Facebook Live comment section the words sold. Bruiser Brody action figure, $40. That's right, a $40 action figure of Bruiser Brody. This is a junk shop dog action figure right here with the actual permission of the Goodish family. So, right, this is certified from the family, so it's full respect and permission to the family of Bruiser Brody. But if you want to respect and love Bruiser Brody, just type in the word sold. Bruiser Brody action figure, 40 in the comment section. Let's get a closer look of this action figure right here. Junk Shop Dog logo down there. And of course, right below is where it says, you know, with the permission of the Goodish family right below. But here is the actual action figure. Bruiser Brody.
This company's based in Australia. I bought one because I just wanted to see it. I'm a fan of Bruiser Brody. And the shipping ends up being so much from Australia that if you want one, it gets pretty expensive.
Well, actually, let me give you all the numbers because I remember them exactly, Michael. You can buy this from the Australian company for $29.99, but shipping to the United States, it's going to cost you about $50 beginning to end to get this from the company, a Junk Shop Dog. But you can get it here tonight for $40. So if you were to buy this from the company, it'd be $50. But if you buy it from Highspots Auctions here tonight, you get it for $40. This company is based out of Australia. We got some wholesale, and right now you can pick them up right now by typing the word sold. Bruiser Brody action figure, 40 in the comment section, and we'll ship it off to you. Heck, really quite honest, if you get your invoice over $100 for this particular fiscal week and you live in the domestic United States, you're not paying for shipping at all. So if you've already got that Ted Dibiase gear, you're almost there. If you got the Ted Dibiase gear and the signed Nexus Christmas ornament, that's $100. If you live in domestic United States, you get free shipping right there. So this is a $40 item right here, this Bruiser Brody action figure. So made, as we said, in Australia.
All right, ready?
Ready. Give me the names, Michael.
First one was Joe Ellen Kylo.
Joe Ellen Kylo, not messing around at all.
Dennis Michael.
Dennis Michael.
Jason Paddington.
Jason Paddington.
Jeff Freer.
Jeff Freer.
Mark Boyance.
Mark Boyance, one of those fun names.
Stephen Boyd.
Stephen Boyd.
Daniel Brewer.
Daniel Brewer. He's brewing up something special, most specifically a purchase of a Bruiser Brody figure. Actually, two. What you can do, and here's another feature I probably should show everybody too. You can actually take this figure out and not damage the packaging. Right here. So we can go get a closer look of this actual figure. You could take it out of the case, movable parts, movable arms.
Tristan Johnson.
Tristan Johnson. Closer look is, of course, the boots right there. Look incredible. Is the figure. And then here's the thing that I love about it. You can take it out, play with it, put it back together, and then put it right back in the package. Boom. It's not a lot of action figures that you can take out of the box, play with it, and put it back in the box. To me, that's a selling point all day, every day. And of course, it's got the toy hooks. You know, a lot of collectors, sometimes they put them on toy hooks and display them in their house, but you can go out and play with this figure and then put it back in the packaging. Very rare piece right there. As we said, You know, if you try and buy this directly from the company that makes it, it's going to cost you about $50. But here, tonight, Highspots Auctions, you can pick it up for $40 by typing in the words sold Bruiser Brody action figure 40 in the comment section.
Charlie Napier.
Charlie Napier. Of course, the detail of the figure. Card super cool design. Go ahead and type the word sold Bruiser Brody action figure 40 in the comment section. Not going to find it anywhere cheaper other than here at highspotsauctions.com. Here tonight. Virtual gimmick table. First one of 2021. All right. Any other takers?
That might be it.
That might be it. Man, Michael, I thought we were going to sell a lot more of these. I was giving everyone more than enough time. This is a quality figure. It's very surprising. $40. You're not going to find it any cheaper. I think you guys might want to run this back from time to time. But also, too, when I run it back, we also still, I believe we still have some Elite figures remaining of IRS right here. We have two left. We have 2 remaining signed IRS Elite figures for $60. Only have 2 of them available. Just type in the word sold. IRS Elite figure 60 in the comment section. Of course, he says pay up. Erwin R. Shyster, he just didn't put IRS, he put Erwin R. Shyster, pay up on this one, $60. Just type the word sold. Signed IRS Elite figure, 60. Only 2 of them remain. All right. As you guys know, we just got done celebrating our Wrestle Kingdom time of the year for New Japan Wrestling, and kind of a way to celebrate that, I've got a special. I've got a special right here, and that is I have the Wrestle Kingdom Micro Brawler set for $60. I have 8 Micro Brawlers, and I'm selling them for $60. And this set features all performers from Wrestle Kingdoms, either night 1, night 2, or 1 and 2. But here's your opportunity right now to pick up 8 Micro Brawlers for $60. Just type the words sold Wrestle Kingdom Micro Brawler set 60 in the comment section. Let's get a close-up look of all of the Micro Brawlers that you get in this. You obviously get Jeff Cobb, had an amazing match with Shingo on Wrestle Kingdom. You also get Sonata. You get Zack Sabre Jr. You get Fale. You get Evil, jumping right on top of Sonata like that. You got Bushi. You got Chase Owens, and you got Koto Ibushi, the guy who is the standout star of Wrestle Kingdom. Right here. You get all these Micro Brawlers for $60. All 8 of them. $60. Just type the words sold. Wrestle Kingdom Micro Brawler set 60 in the comment section. You can have your own Wrestle Kingdom at home, guys. Right here, just by typing the words sold. Wrestle Kingdom Micro Brawler set 60 in the comment section. Here's your opportunity to pick them up. Right here, that's right. You're getting 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Micro Brawlers for $60.
All right, Matthew Grundy's the first.
Matthew Grundy's the first one to pick it up.
We did just sell another Nexus ornament, which I know you were like laughing, like, aha, let's put this in here, but it's
I was not laughing. I was very serious.
Second biggest item we sold tonight.
I bet.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Big welcome to Tommy Thomas. I came in after the Heath Sign It Live, and he goes, "Hey, I just did this for you." I'm like, God bless you, Tommy. But right now, yeah, those Sign It Nexus ones turned out to be quite a hit. But hopefully right now, these Wrestle Kingdom Micro Brawler set is also a hit as well. As I said, 8 Micro Brawlers, $60. So that's less than $10. Do the math on that one. It's
$750.
$750 for each one of these Micro Brawlers right here.
And Daniel Rayleigh's picked up the
Daniel Rayleigh. And also, too, as we found out, Koto Ibushi's Micro Brawler is probably worth almost, I've seen it sold online for $30. So basically, you're getting all the other ones for $30, and the Koto one you'd have to pick up for $30 on other places. So the Koto's the tough one to get, and we have a very limited amount of the Koto. So, Ibushi. I'm just going to call him Ibushi. How about that? I don't know what Kenny calls him, but Ibushi. So anyways, you got the Ibushi one right here. You got a Bushi one. You got a Jeff Cobb one. You got Sonata. You got Chase Owens. You got Fale, Zack Sabre Jr., and Evil as well. And Evil, surprisingly, we don't have that many Evils left as well. So these are going to start going very fast. They're going to start dwindling away. But here's your opportunity to get them right now for a discounted rate. You're getting them each for $7.50 basically. So you get 8 Micro Brawlers. This is a Wrestle Kingdom Micro Brawler set for $60. Just
Matt Bish.
Matt Bish, he heeded the call right there. Got Wrestle Kingdom Micro Brawler set, $60. Just type the word sold. Wrestle Kingdom Micro Brawler set, $60 in the comment section for this particular item right here. All right, like I said, 8 Micro Brawlers. We just copied the same exact deal we did for the 12 days. We just doubled down on it and we made it Wrestle Kingdom themed. So if you want your own Wrestle Kingdom with Micro Brawlers, here's your opportunity right now. Maybe your last opportunity ever. I don't know if we'll do this deal ever again. We might not have that many Ibushis left over when it's all said and done. So go ahead and type the words sold Wrestle Kingdom Micro Brawler set, $60 in the comment section. Here's your opportunity. Okay. Another opportunity, as I said, Boxmania is sold out, and I did kind of a special thing. I worked in some debuting items to Boxmania. I actually had an item that I just debuted, gave a little teaser, put it in a Boxmania, put 3 of them in a Boxmania, and I got the rest left to sell, but I only have 8 of them to sell, and that is a signed Kevin Owens Elite figure for $80. This right here, of course, this is the Series 66 signed Kevin Owens. Of course, he put a KO show, and of course, you put a signature right there, but he had the KO show version right here. I only have 8 of these available, and I have them for $80. So go ahead and type the words sold Kevin Owens Elite figure, $80 in the comment section. As I said, you got the KO show. This action figure right here. I only have 8 of them remaining. This is quite a hit in Boxmania last time. Here's your opportunity right now. I only have 8 of them available in this version. Here's your opportunity right now. So type the words sold Kevin Owens Elite figure, $80 in the comment section. This right here. Of course, it will come with the COA, with Kevin doing the big Christmas morning pose. That'll be the COA for this one. But right here, just go ahead and type the words sold Kevin Owens Elite figure, $80 in the comment section. I only have 8 of them available. I worked a couple into Boxmania that are debuting, and I think I'm going to have some more debuts at Boxmania. But right now, I only have 8 of these remaining for $80 with the inscription of KO Show right there in blue paint pen. Just type the words sold Kevin Owens Elite figure, $80 in the comment section. Looks like we have less than 8 remaining. How many do we have left?
We had 2 people pick it up. Ruben Oliveras.
Ruben Oliveras.
And Josh Wolf.
Josh Wolf. All right. There's the opportunity. Signed Kevin Owens Elite figure, $80. You saw it in Boxmania last week, but here's your opportunity to buy it outright as opposed to letting the luck of the draw land on you. Here's your opportunity. Looks like we have one more sale.
Eric Theory.
Eric Theory. We're going to send this to Ankeny, Iowa. Boy, you must be super cold right now. And I'm so sorry that they just dumped, I don't know, 8 inches of snow on you guys not too long ago. So I can't imagine how much snow is in Adventureland right now. There's definitely not a lot of people. Definitely weren't a lot of people this year. But hopefully coming this summer, Adventureland will be full. And maybe Eric Theory and I will hold hands on the Sidewinder. Definitely not going on the Tornado. That is the most dangerous ride in America. It is a wood roller coaster that is rotting away underneath your cart. But what's not rotting away is we still have some available of the signed Kevin Owens figure for $80. Just type the words sold Kevin Owens Elite figure, $80 in the comment section. All right. Once again, quick reminder again. Kevin Owens, signed Elite figure, $80. But I also have signed Elite figure of IRS. I have 2 of them remaining, inscribed with pay up, and he signs Erwin R. Shyster. He just doesn't put IRS. He put Erwin R. Shyster, pay up. Only have 2 of these remaining, and they are $60. Just type the words sold IRS Elite figure, $60. 2 of them remaining. That's it. Once these 2 are gone. They're gone for good, guys. Just type in the words sold. IRS Elite Figure 60 in the comment section. Also, too, guys, as a reminder, we also have Money Inc. Funko right here available for everybody. We have it available for $90. We sold a lot of them. We held a couple back for tonight just for hot starts to give you guys something.
Which was a mistake, Jay, because people were asking on Tuesday, are there any more? We say, no, that's it.
That's it.
We wanted to hold some out, and now where are those people?
Where are those people? You guys wanted these. You wanted these, and I wanted to show you our new COA system of giving you guys the digital COA with the QR codes right there on the back. You scan it, you get your COA delivered to you right on your mobile phone. Right there. You can just hold that up, scan it. Where are those people clamoring for the signed Money Inc. Funko, the new wonderful COA system that we have available for you guys right now? All right. We got one more hot start, and I think it's going to be quite a popular one, so everybody brace yourselves. Is everybody ready?
Hey, hold on. A couple people have been saying, can I see what it looked like signed, even though we missed it. You can just show it to them so people can see it. This is what you missed by not buying it.
This is what happens. Let me show you what happens. This is what happens when you guys don't log on to highspotsauctions.com Sunday at noon. You miss out on stuff. You missed out on the Money Inc. turnbuckle pad, but you don't want to miss out on the turnbuckle pads we got next week. For Eric Young, we got Good Brothers turnbuckle pads. I don't know what we got available from Molly Holly. You're gonna have to find out by Tuesday. We just confirmed that mere hours ago. So make sure you tune in. Highspotsauctions.com Sunday noon drop, and everybody that did that didn't miss out on the signed Money Inc. turnbuckle pad. Let's go ahead and show it off right here for you guys. There's IRS pay up. Ted with the big dollar sign right there. This is what the beautiful Money Inc. turnbuckle. Not even available anymore, Michael. They sold out early. Everybody got this as a pre-order. They jumped on it right away. This right here. This is what happens when you miss out. This is what you don't get this wonderful item unless you get on highspotsauctions.com Sunday at noon. All the cool stuff goes up right away. You didn't tune in Sunday at noon. You missed out on this. This did not last long. Pride and joy right here. This is what the turnbuckle pad looks signed, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right, I got one more hot start. Got one more hot start, and it's a very special one. A lot of people have been asked about this, and we've been teasing this for a while. And it's a combo, and it involves shirt size. So when you type the words sold, item name, price, we also need your shirt size. Just as a reminder, everybody understands when we present a shirt that they got to put the shirt size. Just want to put in a reminder so everybody knows and get you guys ready to go. It is a combo piece. And it's very near and dear to our hearts because it's our merch, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. I have a VGT shirt, and I also have a signed promo signed by Josh. We got Hayden Ramsey, Michael Elliott, the worst signature I've ever seen in my life. Jake Manning, the second worst signature I've ever seen before in my life. And, of course, Michael Bakikio also signed this as well. We got Big Steak, we got Amigo, we got Hayden Ramsey, the Man Scout himself, and Big Boss Man himself, Michael Bakikio. You get a signed promo for the virtual gimmick table, and you get the VGT shirt for $25. That's right, a combo piece, $25. You get a signed promo of the staff of the Highspots virtual gimmick table and a t-shirt for $25. So go ahead and type the words sold VGT shirt combo 25 in the comments section. Let's go ahead and show off this wonderful t-shirt. We teased it on the 12 days right here. Here's your opportunity right now to be a part of the rules and society. And of course, the virtual gimmick table, video game promo, everybody's signature right there. Michael Bakikio's signature right there. Of course, you guys recognize the MSA, Man Scouts of America, Joshua, Amigo, signature right there. Hayden Ramsey, who took up all the space. So then you got Big Steak down here in the corner. just struggling to get his signature in because Hayden Ramsey took up all the space right there. But old Big Steak right there. Of course, Michael Picchio signed promo, virtual gimmick table, rules in the society promo, and the t-shirt. So I need you guys to type the words sold VGT shirt combo 25 and your shirt size in the comment section if you are interested in this wonderful t-shirt right here. Every time I wear this shirt in the office, I feel like Tommy Dreamer. So not a single person picked up a VGT. Not one.
I'm kidding with you, Jake.
Michael, you can't josh me. You can't, Michael, just joshing around. Who we got?
Justin Hill.
Justin Hill.
Dan Souza.
Dan Souza.
Brett Cooper.
Brett Cooper.
Ryan Adams.
Ryan Adams.
Steve Mesa.
Steve Mesa.
Jeff Freer.
Jeff Freer.
Daniel Bessels.
Daniel Bessels.
Junior Martin.
Junior Martin.
Scott Caldwell.
Scott Caldwell.
Big Bob.
Big Babaloo. We're going to give you an extra big size Big Babaloo because you're a big man.
John DiPietro.
John D.
Joel and Kylo.
Joel and Kylo.
Carlos Navarro, I need you to put the price.
Carlos Navarro, come on, your expertise. We're coming up on promo time, which is your favorite time, Carlos Navarro. You know that there are rules in this society, and I ask that you abide by them.
Same thing, Zach, you got to put the price.
Zach, we have rules in this society. It's very apropos that I have to go over the rules of society for a shirt that says rules in this society. You're like, you know what? I like the shirt. I like the saying rules in this society, and don't abide by them. I need you to abide by them, okay?
All right, those that did follow, John Fox.
John Fox, you ain't foxing around.
Stephen Harlan.
Stephen Harlan.
Dave Mesa.
Dave Mesa.
Carlos Navarro.
Carlos Navarro, now you're on the board.
Josh Wolf.
Josh Wolf.
Ryan Stepp.
Ryan Stepp.
Sean McGilray.
Sean McGilray.
Marcus Smith.
Marcus Smith.
Jesse Vaughn.
Jesse Vaughn.
Eric Koffold.
Eric Koffold.
Daniel Brewer.
Daniel Brewer, he's brewing up something special. Most specifically, a VGT shirt combo for $25. And make sure you put your shirt size, guys.
Tony Aragon.
Tony Aragon.
Ken Hamlin.
Ken Hamlin.
Zach Weiss got it right.
Zach Weiss, you are a wise, wise man because you know that there are rules in the society and you must abide by them if you want to make a purchase here tonight.
James Hebb.
James Hebb. As I said, we go all the way up to 5XL. So we got small to 5XL. We're making this in-house. We're transferring. I'm going to be pressing these shirts in the back. We've already got a bunch of these signed right here. Go ahead and type the words sold VGT shirt combo 25 and put your shirt size in the comment section. Right here.
Trey Morgan.
Trey Morgan. So if you believe that there should be rules in this society, and most specifically at highspotsauctions.com, go ahead and pick yourself up a t-shirt combo. But type in the word sold VGT shirt combo 25 in the comment section. Here's your opportunity right now. I don't know if we'll bring this out again. Michael was against bringing it out right now. So if you want this shirt, I wouldn't mess around. Here's your opportunity. Maybe your only time to pick this up. So I would jump all over this as quickly as possible. Who knows if we'll ever see this in the future, especially on the Highspots virtual gummy table. You guys get it the first week right out of the gate. Here's your opportunity right here, right now, just by typing the words sold VGT shirt combo 25 in the comment section. And as I said, you're getting signed picture signed by me, Josh, Chelsea, Michael Elliott, Michael Picchio.
All right, it's pretty universal. Everybody thinks Chelsea's got the best autograph of the bunch.
I don't disagree. She's right up there.
All right, Matt Sophie also picked one up.
Matt Sophie. Michael with that nice penmanship right there. Very nice penmanship. Of course, Michael Elliott, he just wanted to put an M and E. I'm like, come on, you got to get more than that. And then he did the little squigglies. I go, what's that? He goes, that's an L and a T. I'm like, okay, big steak. 2 T's. Excuse me. Pardon me.
He saw Jungle Boy's autograph. He got a little jealous.
He got a little jealous. Got a little jealous. And of course, Josh is doing his best Luchasaurus signature right there.
Daniel Rayleigh picked one up.
Daniel Rayleigh railing against the man, but not against the rules and society.
Daniel, we need your T-shirt size, buddy.
T-shirt size. Daniel, we're railing against you right now. We need shirt sizes. You just can't put the word sold VGT shirt combo 25. You also need your shirt size, guys. Put that in there right here, right now.
People are asking for a COA on this picture.
They're asking for a COA?
Maybe we should put a sticker COA on it.
No, we're going to do it. Josh wanted us to do it beforehand, but me and Michael, we were looking all over for Funko protectors. Literally 5 minutes before we went on air. So we'll definitely get one of the sticker COAs that you guys have seen. It's definitely on the Money Inc. signed Funkos, which have the sticker COAs. We're going to put the sticker COA right here on that one right there. We'll take a picture right afterwards, create it, and then we'll print it off and stick it on all of them. So we're going to do that for sure. And we'll have the shirt. Make sure you put your shirt size. It goes all the way from small to 5XL. That's right. We got big sizes as well in this shirt combo right here. But we need you to type the words sold VGT shirt combo 25 and your shirt size all the way from small to 5XL.
Bobby Hensley.
Bobby Hensley. Picking up the VGT shirt combo. The signed promo, and of course, this wonderful shirt. It always makes me feel like the Tommy Dreamer of Highspots.com. So, because everybody wants to see me go through this table. That's why. That's why I'm the Tommy Dreamer of the Highspots virtual gimmick table. Because everyone wants to see me go through a table from a very, very, very high place. But right now, if you're coming from a very high place where you can pay your taxes and you have no problem seeing IRS, well, here's your opportunity to put it in the comments section because you've already ran out of time for personalizations. Personalizations have been closed for half an hour. We've been yakking. We've been selling signed Christmas ornaments for the last hour now, and you missed out by a good half an hour on personalization. So the only way that you can pick up a signed 8x10 by IRS is in the comment section right here, right now, by typing the words sold IRS pay up. Sold IRS pay your taxes. Sold IRS in the ring. And of course, sold Money Inc. Tag title pose 30 in the comment section. Here's what they look like. And of course, everybody, they got the sign it live that wonder what it was going to look like with IRS on it. That's what your signatures are going to look like right here. They're signed 8x10s. Look like right here. There we are. All right, we've now moved into promo time. This is the time where I finally relax. As you can tell, I'm a little rusty right now, and restless as well. So we're going to kind of calm things down a little bit. And, as you can tell by Hot Starts, the theme is people that are in and around IRS, Mike Rotunda, people that have interacted with him throughout his career, but also, too, Wrestle Kingdom just happened. So that's kind of the theme of promo time. So buckle up for a man who IRS fought numerous times. If you look up his match history, I don't know if there was ever a match in WWF that didn't involve this man, and it is Tatanka. I have a signed promo by Tatanka for only $10. Just type the word sold Tatanka 10 in the comment section. Michael Elliott has been bugging me for weeks to get a signed Tatanka on the show. Well, here you go, Michael Elliott. Are you happy? He's shaking his head and when he's not on camera. I appreciate Michael Elliott not giving me an audio on. Great. He works in video production, ladies and gentlemen. But you guys don't work in video production. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do have sweet production money, and you were able to pick up this $10 signed Tatanka promo for only $10, as I said, just by typing the words sold Tatanka 10 in the comment section. And it's extremely important to type the word sold, too. Any moment in time during these comments. So go ahead and pick up the signed Tatanka picture for only $10 just by typing the word sold Tatanka 10 in the comment section. Who are some of the people?
John Naparella.
John Naparella.
Daniel Rayleigh.
Daniel Rayleigh railing against the man.
Adam Coffey.
Adam Coffey.
Joe Krattinger.
Joe Krattinger.
Jason Helms.
Jason what?
Helms.
Helms. Sorry. My brain shut off there for a second. I was having a stroke. I'm back now.
Anthony Esposito.
Anthony Esposito.
Marcus Smith.
Marcus Smith.
Joe Ellen Kylo.
Joe Ellen Kylo.
Brendan Kane.
Brendan Kane.
Mike Gutierrez.
Mike Gutierrez.
Fred Carpenter.
Fred Carpenter.
And the last one I see right now is Brandon Bates.
Brandon Bates. Those are all the people right now that have picked up Tatanka. And if you know anything about IRS's history, he's fought against the Native American Tatanka. He has tagged with the Native American Tatanka and then fought the Native American Tatanka all over again. If you look up his entire cage match history, it's just Tatanka, 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 Masato Tanaka, Tatanka, 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 Chief Wahoo McDaniel, Tatanka, Tatanka, Tatanka. That's basically the entire match history of Tatanka right here. And he was just on Raw with IRS. They probably talked about some match they had in Poughkeepsie, New York, and where they probably tatered each other. So here's your opportunity right now to get a signed promo.
Two more, Matthew Grundy.
Matthew Grundy.
And Robert Elwell.
Robert Elwell. As I said, promo time is where I let my hair down. Literally and figuratively. But anyways. Here's a little bit of trivia for you guys. Who, and this is for everybody in the room, especially Tommy Thomas who's laughing right now. Who did IRS beat in his pay-per-view debut? Who? Anybody? Any takers? Anybody know?
I have to cheat.
You don't have to cheat.
Was it the Hammer guy?
The Hammer guy, Tommy Thomas? Yeah. No, it was not MC Hammer, but it was Greg the Hammer Valentine. Which I like that I asked a trivia question that clearly had the answer into it. But it's much like college. The teacher stands up at the blackboard and gives you a question, and you have a book that has all the answers in it. But here's your opportunity right now to pick this Greg the Hammer Valentine signed 8x10. I only have 11 of them available. I'm going to go ahead and sell them for $10 because, you know, Greg the Hammer Valentine, as you can tell, one of the most liveliest individuals that you'll ever meet is Greg the Hammer Valentine. And here's your opportunity to get this signed 8x10 by Greg the Hammer. Let me go ahead and show you the signature. Greg the Hammer, let me look at that. Look at that face right there. That just screams excitement. Right there, that look right there. Greg the Hammer just thrilled to be walking to a wrestling ring. Right there, Greg the Hammer Valentine, a man who I've nicknamed the Walking Dead. Greg the Hammer Valentine, a man who signed this picture 15 years after he'd already died. It's amazing. It's incredible. Because I don't know how he walks this earth as a zombie, but he definitely makes autograph appearances.
Well, you're making fun of him, but I think he sold out.
He's sold out. Greg the Hammer Valentine. I only have 11 of these available for $10. Just type the word sold. Greg the Hammer Valentine 10 in the comment section. Michael, it's like, take that off the table. It's already sold out. It's done. It's over. It's gone. Michael is fast and furiously writing the names down right now, and he's going to give them to me, and we're going to pass that hard card off to Queen Maureen, and she's going to record all of them on the spreadsheet to make sure it ends up on your invoice at the end of the night. So, do we have 11, or we still got one remaining?
We got it.
Michael's double checking because
someone didn't follow the rules, so I'm skipping over them. Here we go.
Yeah, because these are all the people that follow the rules in this society, and you've got to follow the rules in the society, especially when we're selling the shirts this day. Come on, give them to me, Michael.
Carlos Navarro.
Carlos Navarro, Mr. Promo himself.
Jeff Freer.
Jeff Freer.
Emily Rose.
Emily Rose.
Chuck Dasher.
Chuck Dasher dashing through the snow and getting Greg the Hammer Valentine promo.
Christine Woods.
Christine Woods. We're going to send that to an undisclosed Papa John's location where Ray Lewis may or may not have picked up a pizza.
Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock.
Mike Gutierrez.
Mike Gutierrez.
Mike Peach.
Mike Peach. A peach of a man who lives north of the border.
Aaron Annunziata.
Aaron Annunziata.
Adrian Gallup.
Adrian Gallup.
And under some controversy, the 11th person, Vince McCormick.
Vince McCormick. As I said, under controversy, you got to follow the rules in society for us to do that. And Michael's timeline is king. He is the owner of the company. He calls the shots. All right, we got another hard card item, and it is another trivia question that I'm going to ask, even though everybody clearly has the answer right in front of them. Who is one of IRS's last matches in the WWF?
I think I got it.
You think you got it?
Yeah.
It was a qualifying... No, go ahead. Give it to me.
Is it I lost it.
You lost it? Well, I'll give you a hint. It was a qualifying match into the King of the Ring 1995, Tommy Thomas.
Oh, that was Savio Vega.
That is Savio Vega. There it is. We got a Savio Vega side picture for $15, but I only have 7 of them available. Go ahead and type the words sold Savio 15 in the comments section. I only have 7 of them available right here. And I got to say, I love Savio Vega. I love him to death. I think he's an incredible wrestler, incredible man. I've met him, shook his hand. Super cool dude. And boy, did I love me some Savio Vega in 1995. And when Razor Ramon said, "This is my friend Savio," I was like, oh, I like this guy because I like Razor. And Razor put his arm around him and said, "This is my friend Savio. He's going to take my place in King of the Ring 1995. And he almost won King of the Ring, but he lost to Mabel. Oh, why do I know so much about 1995 wrestling when everybody hates it? I love it. Maybe that's why I like my occupational gimmicks. I just love outlandish gimmicks, and I love Savio Vega. And if you love Savio Vega, just type the word sold Savio 15 in the comment section. I only have 7 of them available. We have a very limited amount of Savio Vega signed pictures in the entire warehouse. So we're running dangerously low on Savios, and I don't know if we're ever going to get him in. I'm pushing hard for him to be a guest on VGT, and we all know how hard it is for me to get guests here on VGT. Somebody who I pushed to be a guest like week 2 or 3 is just now going to be our guest in February. So that's how much push I have around here. But right now, let's get a little push for Savio Vega right now, where we get signed promo for $15.
These comments aren't helping your cause, Jake.
What's wrong with these comments?
Well, we only have 2 people that are interested in Savio Vega, so I'm not sure, you know.
So there's no love for Savio Vega.
We were hoping to sell out and then be like, hey, let's
bring him in. Now we got to bring in Greg the Hammer Valentine. We got to get some flashlights and a shovel to go get Greg the Hammer Valentine. Great. We could just pay for a flight for Savio Vega. But who are the 2 people that picked up Savio
Emily
Vega?
Rose.
Emily Rose.
And
Carlos
Navarro.
And Carlos Navarro, signed promo man himself. That's the fault. I'm sorry, Carlos Navarro. It doesn't count. Doesn't count. Emily Rose, you're only true fan of Savio Vega. But I'll be so mad if this next one sells out over Savio. But it is this is a nice signed picture. I will say this is a nice signed picture right here. Probably the nicest picture that we have of this man. Now, you feel what you feel, you get what you get, but this is another man that's kind of linked to IRS. You wrestled in a WrestleMania against him. It is Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and we're selling it for $15. I only have 9 of these available, actually. 9 signed Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and this is actually a signed photo, believe it or not. This is a signed photo right there. Nice signed signature. This is a photo. This isn't like a piece of paper. But no, this is a signed photo, black and white, of Brutus the Barber Beefcake. $15. Just go ahead and type the words sold Brutus Beefcake 15 in the comment section. It's a nice black and white photo. This is like something you would get from Brutus when he was doing appearances in malls in the 90s. I don't think you can get anything this nice now. Now you just go to Kinko's and get paper and just sign it and be like, here you go. And they probably even sign Hulk's name on them too. I don't know. But this is like something you get in the prime of Brutus's life. Prime Brutus right here. This would be like an 8x10 that he would keep behind his toll booth that he worked. That one time he worked at a toll booth. Remember that when Brutus worked at a toll booth? He did. He worked at a toll booth, and then it was about that time we had that anthrax scare. They found white powder in his working area. People lost their minds. They shut down the toll booth. Turns out that white powder was cocaine. And so they thought it was anthrax. Turned out it was cocaine. Brutus had this big controversy. These would be the quality of 8x10s he'd be selling at that time because we hadn't gone on the downward swing of Brutus right here. This is the good Brutus. These are the good Brutus promos. These are the riding high Brutus promos, and they're available for $15.
Let nobody get confused. We like Brutus here at Highspots. We like Brutus's wife very much as well.
I do too, but he caused an anthrax scare because he was doing cocaine on the job. It's documented. If Mike Johnson reported it, it's truth. But we got 2 people that picked it up. I'm sure Carlos Navarro is one of them.
No.
Carlos Navarro, you already got yourself a signed Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
Emily Rose, the new promo queen.
And the new, not the only promo queen. Carlos Navarro can be the promo king. Emily Rose, you are the promo queen.
And Adrian Gallup.
And Adrian Gallup picked up the signed Brutus. All right, this will be our last hard card. I'm going to give Michael a break. I've been hitting him with a lot of hard cards today, making him earn his money here today, making him earn his money here on VGT with these hard card items. This is the last hard card item, and I feel like it's going to be successful, about as successful as Greg the Hammer Valentine. But it'll be a dead heat to see at the end of the night. Hey, see dead heat right there, because I'm a comedian. But right now, let's go ahead and put up for $10. Coco Beware. That's right, Coco Beware. I only have 14 of them available. Go ahead and type the words sold. Coco 10 in the comment section. 14 of them available. Of course, he's got Frankie cut off there. Right there at the side. Of course, Coco Beware right there is the signature. Josh is super happy. He's politicking for Coco Beware to come in. I'll tell you what, Joshua, if we don't sell out a Coco Beware at $10, we ain't bringing in Coco.
Hold on, let me get on here.
you better buy 9 of them or else you ain't never see Coco. We ain't bringing in Savio Vega. We are not bringing in Savio Vega. That is an official statement right here. Might not be bringing in Brutus Bar Beefcake. Apparently, we're going to have to go do an exorcism to get Greg the Hammer Valentine to come in here. Or a seance. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for a seance. But right now, I'm looking to sell Coco Beware signed promo for $10. You know, the thing that I always think about with Coco is the Beyond the Mat, where they're talking about Coco, and Coco was talking about his run in WWF, and then all of a sudden, like, Vince, they cut to Vince when they're talking about Coco, and wrestlers, like, leaving the WWF, and Vince just looked right at the camera and goes, Coco know what he did. I'm like, I don't know what Coco did. Like, that was very ominous. I don't know what Coco did to get fired from the WWF, but apparently he did something, and Vince still ain't happy. But he's part of the Hall of Fame, and we're selling his promos right now for $10. Unfortunately, Frankie's a little cut off right now. That's okay. He's got a stuffed Frankie right now.
We've sold out, and I'm not sure if it's the popularity of Coco or the difference between $15 and $10.
$15 and $10 is a tipping point, Michael.
But we have oversold. Well, not oversold. We sold out, and a few people are going to get left off.
But who are the people that are getting it not left out, Michael?
Well, Emily Rose is number 1.
Emily Rose, you're the queen of promos. Now, Carlos Navarro, you better treat her like the queen that she is, because she's the new queen of promos.
Joseph Ladow.
Joseph Ladow.
Andy Cook.
Andy Cook.
John Naparella.
John Naparella. John may turn into John N pretty soon, or I'll stay away from that.
Scott Hosler.
Scott Hosler.
Fred Carpenter.
Fred Carpenter.
Christine Woods.
Christine Woods, we are shipping that Coco Beware promo to a location that may or may not have Baltimore Colts fans.
And the first thing that piqued his interest tonight, my favorite name, Shawshank Avaru.
Shawshank Avaru, my friend. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in here tonight for VGT and picking up the signed Coco Beware. Joshua, looks like we might be bringing in Coco. Who knows?
Adrian Gallup.
Adrian Gallup.
James Powell.
James Powell.
Vinay Mehta.
Vinay Mehta.
Arthur Ellis.
Arthur Ellis.
Brendan Kane.
Brendan Kane.
And James Hebb.
James Hebb.
I'll work on Coco. You work on Frankie, okay?
Deal.
There we go. We may see a Coco Beware in the future. See, this is how we gauge interest. Is we sell out of the promos here. If we sell it in promo time, you might see him as a guest. So you let me down with Savio. All right, fine. I guess flights in Puerto Rico are not that expensive, but flights from Florida are not expensive, and we know that because, well, IRS is in the building. But also, too, we know that because we had some people fly down to Florida not too long ago when we were doing a signing with Bo Dallas. That's right, we have Bo Dallas signed 8x10 for $20. And I'll tell you what, this is probably the most authentic 8x10 of Bo Dallas. Of course, signed right there in gold. Right there, he's got a denim cut off jacket, like this is, and he's got the sunglasses on. Like, this is very Florida man-esque Bo Dallas. This is who, like, you just think of Bo Leave and Bo Dallas and being part of wrestling royalty. No, this is the Bo Dallas that I see, because when I met Bo Dallas, he's like, oh, we ain't taking the ring there. We're going down the hill. Because when I do a ring delivery, he was like, no, we're not delivering here. We got to go to the shed. Let me hop on my gator, and I'll take you down there. This man is a country boy from Florida. This screams country boy from Florida, and hopefully it is screaming in the Facebook Live comment section for $20. Bo Dallas. Just type the word sold. Bo Dallas 20 in the comment section if you want this particular signed picture of Bo Dallas right here. I guarantee he's wearing this outfit right now. Him and Liv are probably doing something super weird on Instagram right now at their compound in Florida, an undisclosed location in Florida, in the middle of nowhere. They're posting some weird Instagram stuff. I don't know what's going on there. There's dip containers just everywhere. He's riding around on a gator, lighting stuff on fire, playing with a pet pig. This is the Bo Dallas that I know right here. Do you have any takers on this jean jacket Bo Dallas for $20? Ooh, Michael. Maybe there's definitely a difference between $10 and $20 tonight. There's also a difference between $15 and $20 tonight. So, very cheap promo time. Maybe everybody, you know, that's the thing too.
Hey, let's just test it out. Hell, $10. This promo, just make it $10. Let's just see if that makes the difference.
Dude, we have a new person doing the invoices. Are we good with this?
Why did you do that?
Oh, we're gonna do it?
It's too late now.
Too late now. Oh gosh, we first night on the job. Queen Maureen, we just shipped. You doing this? We're done. We're good. She quit. Maureen quit again. She just threw her key.
The funny part is after I changed it, the first person picked it up for 20. But let's see.
Give him 2.
Hold on.
We'll give him for 10. We'll give him for 10.
We'll give it 10. All right. Change.
All right, Michael Rochester.
Michael Rochester.
He would have paid twice.
Would have paid twice.
Joseph Ladow.
Joseph Ladow.
Mikey DeCorpo.
Mikey DeCorpo.
Craig Usher.
Craig Usher.
Matthew Vicente.
Matthew Vicente.
Jeff Morlock.
Jeff Morlock.
Emily Rose.
Emily Rose.
Bobby Hensley.
Bobby Hensley.
Joe Krattinger.
Joe Krattinger.
Andy Cook.
Andy, see, there's a big difference between $10 and $20.
Yeah, we lose money now before money.
But yeah, now we're selling it for.
But this is a good test. You're right.
Yeah, this is a good test.
Anthony Esposito.
Anthony Esposito.
Fred Carpenter.
Fred Carpenter.
Brandon Kane.
Brandon Kane.
Matt Sophie.
Matt Sophie.
Daniel Rayleigh.
Daniel Rayleigh.
Carlos Navarro.
Carlos Navarro.
Michael Payne.
Michael Payne.
Yeah. Okay. Big difference.
There's a big. See, I'll tell you what the big difference is, Michael. It's because everybody is $10 away from free shipping with the Money Inc. Funko. That's why we can't sell them tonight. Everybody's already picked up the signed Money Inc. Funko. But if you have it already and you've got a $10 promo already, go ahead and pick up a signed Money Inc. Funko for $90. And if you live in the domestic United States, you get free shipping on that invoice. And you get the special QR COA system right there. $10. Bo Dallas. Florida man, Bo Dallas, $10.
May have lost some money on that one, but we proved a point.
We proved a point. We proved a point that we hear your call. You want $10 promos. I don't think we're going to do $10 on the next one because this one's a tough one to get. So, we got somebody that picked up a Brutus.
Josh Whitaker picked up a Brutus.
Josh Whitaker picked up a Brutus for $15. Saying $15 is not a bad price. But this next promo.
1 sec, please.
1 second? 1 second, because we apparently our $10 Bo Dallas Florida man.
Since you got time, I'll read off the other names since we dropped off.
Give it to me.
Michael Payne.
Michael Payne.
Jesse Vaughn.
Jesse Vaughn.
Robert Hosler.
Robert Hosler.
John Sokolsky.
John Sokolsky. I haven't said John Sokolsky's name at all tonight. You know, that's one of my favorite names to say. Sokolsky, Boyance, Chabot. Those are some of my favorite. Gutierrez. Sometimes I just like a good name to just enunciate really hard. So, but Bo Dallas, Florida man, $10 promo. Type the words sold. Bo Dallas, Florida man, $10 in the comment section. Now this next one, we got to do for 30. Got to do for 30, Michael. I don't think you're crazy enough to move the price on this one. And it is the father-in-law himself, Blackjack Mulligan. That's right, signed Blackjack Mulligan picture for $30. The Hall of Famer, Mike Rotunda's father-in-law, Blackjack Mulligan. Right here, signed Blackjack Mulligan. Photo right here for $30. Man who is sitting on top, the patriarch with his entire family looking down upon Barry, his son-in-law, Mike, Bray, of course Bo, and everybody down below, and looking across the land at the fruits of his loins, producing wonderful and great wrestling talent right here is Blackjack Mulligan, man himself. Big claw glove on and everything. Strong mustache man. Great story about Blackjack Mulligan. Started a fight with Andre the Giant because he just wanted to see what he's got. That's the type of man he is, and hopefully if you respect a man like that, you'll type in the words sold. Blackjack Mulligan 30 in the comment section.
Our crowd may be too young for him, Jake. John D. Pietro.
John D. Just John G?
That's it.
That's it. Blackjack Mulligan. Ah, that's a shame. All right, we're going to transition out of the earlier part of promo time. Now we're going to do the Wrestle Kingdom version of promo time, and we're going to kick this off with Zack Sabre Jr., $15. Go ahead and type the word sold, Zack Sabre Jr., $15 in the comment section. Right there. You can pick up Zack Sabre on here. Go ahead and type the word sold. Zack Sabre Jr. 15 in the comment section. You just saw him on Wrestle Kingdom. Here's your opportunity right now to pick up a signed promo of Zack Sabre. We've brought it up multiple times. Here's your opportunity right now to pick up a Zack Sabre Jr. signed promo for $15. Just go ahead and type the word sold. Zack Sabre 15 in the comment section. Any takers at all for Zack Sabre?
We'll have a few. It's not pouring in. You know, these people, they're set on $10 tonight for some reason.
They're set on $10 tonight. Ugh. All right.
There won't be a VGT in the future if we're selling everything for $10.
I know, right? Like, you got to make a little bit of money, guys, because we're already giving you the free shipping at $100 if you live in domestic United States. So,
Brett Cooper.
Brett Cooper.
Zach Weiss.
Zach Weiss.
Michael Rochester.
Michael Rochester. Those are the guys picking them up promos for $15 for whatever reason. So, all right, Zack Sabre, $15. Of course, Highspots COA'd, signed it at WrestleCon, New York, 2019. All right, moving on to another participant of Wrestle Kingdom, Jeff Cobb, $15. Go ahead and type the word sold. Jeff Cobb, 15 in the comment section. Right there, Jeff Cobb, signed picture for $15. All right, type the word sold, Jeff Cobb. Wonderful match with Shingo at Wrestle Kingdom. And let me tell you something about Shingo. Me and Shingo are actually friends, believe it or not. This guy who wrestles in North Carolina actually knows who Shingo is. I don't know if he remembers me or not, but me and Shingo were both at PWG's Bola in 2006. I was there selling merch for Highspots. He was there. He was supposed to be a participant, but he hurt his arm, so he was actually selling merch for Dragon Gate. So we were both at the merch area back at a time when you could sell merch at the Reseda building, back before it was Reseda. And we both sat there and we watched PWG Bola 2006 all 3 nights, and we were talking every night, talking about matches. And I remember when I walked away from Shingo, I said, maybe someday you and I wrestle. And like, and he says maybe, and then he gave me a trading card of him, and he signed it, and he gave it to me, and then I saw him wrestle, and I go, oh, I will never be good enough to wrestle you. That's basically what I realized. Like, you were too good for me. I didn't realize you were this good. I will never be good enough to be in a ring with you ever. But you had an amazing match with Jeff Cobb, and here's your amazing opportunity to pick up a signed promo from Jeff Cobb from Bola.
Matthew Grundy.
Matthew Grundy.
Anthony Esposito.
Anthony Esposito.
Joe Krattinger.
Joe Krattinger.
Mike Peach.
Mike Peach, a peach of a man who lives north of the border. Okay. Those are all the people for Jeff Cobb. Another man, standout match, Wrestle Kingdom, Will Ospreay, $20. Just type in the word sold, Will Ospreay, 20 in the comment section. Right here, go ahead and type the word sold, Will Ospreay, 20 in the comment section. Is your opportunity right now. Amazing match from Wrestle Kingdom. We've had this collage out. It's been a while since we brought some Will Ospreay signed promos out, but here's your opportunity right now to pick it up. This is one of those promos we had very early on in VGT. We've picked up a lot of new viewers. And here's your opportunity now to get a signed collage promo of Will Ospreay for only $20. Just type the word sold. Will Ospreay 20 in the comment section. Don't miss out on your opportunity to pick this up as well.
All right, we have a few.
Okay.
Richard Howe,
Richard Howe,
Anthony Esposito,
Anthony Esposito,
Matt Carr,
Matt Carr,
Matthew Grundy,
Matthew Grundy picking all these Wrestle Kingdom promos up.
Daniel Rayleigh,
Daniel Rayleigh railing against the man, but not railing against Will Ospreay.
Matthew Vicente.
Matthew Vicente.
That might be it.
All right, that'll be it. Well, we're going to move on to a man who's making up a lot of waves in the wrestling world. I made it a big announcement. He's done with New Japan, but he's not done here at VGT. I have Jay White signed promo for only $20. Just type in the word sold, Jay White 20 in the comment section.
This is not a hard card item?
We do have a handful of these left, but so.
We have 2 more Will Ospreays with Andy Cook and Michael Bradley Rochester.
Okay.
Let's see how Jay White does.
We'll see how I don't know. Some of these promos a lot of people have seen over the time. We've cycled these back through. You brought Jay White out at a lot of owners' tables, Michael. So I feel like a lot of people have got this, but I don't know. Maybe some people haven't picked up Jay White yet. You might not be wrong.
We'll find out. Mikey DeCorpo wants 2.
Mikey DeCorpo wants 2.
Ruben
Oliveras.
Justin Pierce. Arthur Ellis.
Jordan Tony.
Darren Lilly. Christine Woods. Brett Cooper. Trevor Weiss. James Hebb. Marcus Smith. Matt Cawley.
That's a first name.
Cawley.
Okay.
Andy Cook.
So
I guess quite a few people missed the owner's gimmick table. All the Jay White stuff I put up.
Jay White stuff signed 8x10. Jay White $20. But of course, the big star from Wrestle Kingdom coming out of that whole event that just happened a few days ago is Ibushi right here, signed promo. They've got it for $20. Signed Ibushi right here for $20. He's the big star now. The man in New Japan. You can get a signed promo of him right here tonight here on VGC for only $20. I guarantee the next time we do a signing with him, we won't be selling these for $20. He'll be that Okada price, which will be $30, I'm sure. But right now, you can get the signed Ibushi promo for only $20.
Just finishing up the Jay Whites because the Ibushi, we put out Ibushi before and we haven't had this response. So
okay.
But Jay White, Andy Cook, Daniel Rayleigh, Keith Raby, Jeff Shanks, John Sokolsky. Those are all Jay White.
Those are all Jay Whites. Okay. Who are all the Ibushis?
Jeremy Hinyub. Big
Babaloo picking up Ibushi.
Zach
Weiss.
Matthew Vicente. Mike
Gutierrez.
Arthur
Ellis.
Andy Cook. Tristan
Johnson.
Marshall Sherman.
Justin Pierce.
Carlos Navarro. John Sokolsky. Brett Cooper. Darren Lilly. Jeff Shanks. Jeff Morlock. Mike Peach. Anthony Esposito. Matthew Grundy. Michael Payne. John Fox. Joel and Kylo, who I'm surprised Joel and Kylo even knows who Ibushi is.
Oh, Joellen's a very astute person when it comes to professional wrestling,
she
Michael.
likes old school.
But she also, but Ibushi's the man. He's the man right now, Michael. Like I said, we ain't going to be selling this for $20 for much longer. He's going to be the Okada price.
Memo to you. Let's bring out that Golden Lovers next week.
Okay, well, I was going to bring it out this week, but we'll bring it out next week. Because the 2 hottest guys in wrestling, we got them signed on 11x17. We'll bring it out next week for hot starts. But right now, I have a signed Ibushi for $20. So, but we need to move on right here. And we're going to get to the auction block right now. He's waiting in the wings. I was gonna do one more auction, but he's standing over. Let's get him on set. Come on out here, Erwin Orchester himself, Mike Rotunda. How are you doing, Mike?
Good.
You're good. You obviously
great to be here.
Great to be here. You were signing away everything at a very fast, and they even gave you a shirt too.
They gave me a shirt.
Virtual gimmick table shirt.
These are cool.
Yeah.
They're going like hotcakes. Limited supply. Get yours now.
All the way from small to 5XL.
It's really cool.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for that too.
No, thank you for being here. So
get yours while they're hot, guys.
While they're hot. $25 VGT combo right here. Just type the word sold VGT shirt combo 25 and make sure you include your shirt size. So we got some items that are IRS related and Microtunda related, but I do have one item that's not, but is WWE related that we're going to auction off. Basically, kind of, I'll present the item, and then you and I are just going to talk. We're just going to talk about whatever.
Right.
We can talk about life. We can talk about, you know, how Syracuse did this last college football season.
Not well.
But right now, I'm going to present to you, actually, not only do we have those VGT shirts, but actually Highspots has got their hands on a collection of WWE pay-per-view chairs, which actually tomorrow at noon, we're going to go live with all the other pay-per-view chairs, and we're going to be auctioning off this pay-per-view chair right now, which is a WWF. It's got the F logo on it and everything. This is fully loaded 2,000. We're going to auction off this actual pay-per-view chair. During the pay-per-views, like the front row and second row, they would have these special chairs laid out, and the people that bought those tickets would get these chairs. Well, we procured a lot of those pay-per-view chairs all the way up until like 2010, 2011, but from 2000, so like a whole decade of pay-per-view chairs. They're going to go live on highspotsauctions.com tomorrow at noon. So make sure you log on to that. Not just noon on Sunday is a good time to watch, but tomorrow at noon, these are going to go live and they're going to go for sale. All the ones we have for sale. But we're auctioning this very special one off because it's one of the 2000 ones, the WWF logo right here. I'm going to put this on the close-up camera so everybody can see right now. We're going to auction this one off. But as I said, we got a lot of these from 2007, 2008. And I don't know if you remember me or not, but I did a lot of extra talent stuff, and I always remember you walking around actually just like this. And I can't remember, and I've been a fan of professionally for a very long time, and I like growing up, like Erwin R. Shyster was one of my favorite just characters in professional wrestling, and seeing you walk through the halls dressed as Erwin R. Shyster, because that's what all the road agents had to dress like.
Basically, yes.
You're like, well, I wrestled like this. I just got to put a jacket on now.
Just get a different tie and different socks.
Yeah, exactly. But talk about your time of being like a road agent, producer. What did you feel like your responsibilities were when you worked with talent and discussed matches?
Well, it's a job that I enjoyed greatly because there's always new talent coming in, and it's great to watch younger talent succeed, do well in the field they've chosen, and just build and get better and better and better, as time goes on. It was a great opportunity for me. I enjoyed it. It's a stressful job because you're doing live television 90% of the time, and
with Vince McMahon. That's probably the thing that makes it just as stressful.
Well, that, and also we did a lot of live events, and I ran a lot of those live events, and that was a more enjoyable setting to work with talent because you could, you're not under the gun of live television at the time, and that's where I think a lot of the younger talent really learned more and more and developed their art, and had some fun doing it because they could not worry about the time limit as much or being, having to cut to commercial. They went out and entertained and worked great matches. I mean, I enjoyed it immensely. I did it for almost 14 years, so it was a great experience. Yeah. Plus, you get to see the world again.
So and not take any bumps.
Pretty much everywhere, yeah.
Absolutely. But and also those house shows you would be working with, like they could interact with the talent. You'd have to be like, hey, we got to go to commercial, or like, hey, You're going out there, you got 6 minutes. Oh wait, you got 4 minutes. Take it home now. Take it home now. You got to get out. You could take your time, interact with those people. Like those WWE house shows were always fun to see because seeing like someone like Edge or Jeff Hardy, they just go out there and do their stuff on Raw. But then seeing them at a house show wrestle for 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah, they could get lost. The audience could get lost in the match because you could build the match and take the audience on a roller coaster ride, and that's what great workers do. So it's definitely was a fun part of the job, doing live events and working with the younger talent. Because that's how I was taught by the older guys in the business when I first started. Mm-hmm. And if you would listen to them, they can teach you. And that's the biggest thing is younger talent has to be aware. And if somebody's going to take their time to tell them something, use it to your advantage and and then thank them for it.
Absolutely. Well, let's see if we can thank anybody on these bids right now. Where are we at, Michael?
Currently, Bradley Robbins, $100.
Bradley Robbins, $100 for this 2000 fully loaded WWE pay-per-view chair, official. Everything, of course, we've got, I guess the top right here, it's got the WWF logo right at the top. But, of course, pay-per-view, fully loaded, 2000, right there. Now, you've wrestled through the territory days, like Florida, and then working your way up to now wrestling being, you know, the idea of pay-per-views and the expansion of professional wrestling.
Right.
You've seen it at different periods and levels. Have you ever been staggered by the growth of professional wrestling, especially now we see an era of streaming and how it gets out in the world now?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's grown and grown and grown. I actually started, the first place I ever worked was in Germany. And Dick Beyer, the Destroyer, took me over there. I met him at Syracuse University, and I trained for 2 weeks, had my first match with him, and then ended up staying in Germany 4 months. That's how I started. And then when I came back, I ended up coming to the Carolinas first, and from that time until now, I mean, it's like, you know, it's kind of like the NFL. When you saw the NFL when I was a kid, it's completely different now. I mean, you know, just things have grown, I'm sure, with everything, with basketball, baseball. It's just gotten huge, you know, because of television and, you know, reaching out to the world as opposed to the little territories back in the day. And, you know, it's become global. So it was really cool. I've been in this business 36 years. So I've seen a lot of changes over the years and just watched it keep on growing and growing. And, you know, it's amazing how many wrestling fans there are out there. It's just, and thankfully they are.
Exactly. So. And just think about like how football evolved. Like, could you imagine seeing Joe Namath hold one of those Microsoft Surface iPads?
Right.
Like, oh, I missed that play. You can't even picture it in your mind.
I mean, it's changed so much with the, you know, our technology and everything in the world's changed, obviously. But yeah, it's really grown to be global for sure. So
let's see if these bids have grown any. We're at $100. Have we moved up at all?
Not much. We moved up to 105 for Andy Cooks. If you want to put this on a 30-second clock.
30-second clock. And as a reminder, guys, we you know, once you got to let us know if you're in or you're out. The way that you let us know that you're in is you go higher than the top bid. If you've been going back and forth with somebody, let us know that you're out. And once we got everybody clear out of the way, we'll put on a 6-second clock, then a 30-second clock, then the 10-second basketball count. Give it a few seconds to let the dust settle, and then we'll move on to the next auction item, which eventually the last auction item, the main event of the night, is that nice red tie that we got right there that was on Monday Night Raw just this past Monday. But right now, we got this pay-per-view chair up right now on the 30 seconds. Are we ready for the 10-second count at 105?
Well, we had Jordan Stenger come in at 110.
110.
So we're waiting on how Andy Cook is back in the lead at 115. So.
Okay. All right, so it's going to go back and forth. So it's kind of between you two guys. So Jordan and Andy, when you get to a point it's too rich for your blood, let us know that you're out, and then we'll put it on the 6 o'clock, then the 30-second clock, then the 10-second basketball count. And that's how we'll do this. So, but I'm going to kind of hold it up here on the wide camera shot for a little while so I can, you know, awkwardly talk to you while I hold the pay-per-view chair. But, you know, you talked about how Dick Beyer, the Destroyer, like, he's always fascinated me because I'm an Eagle Scout.
Right.
And he was like when I was looking at like famous Eagle Scout, it's like Dick Beyer, the Destroyer. And I've always been fascinated because there's so few people that I've run into that know him.
Right.
Tell me what he was like as a man, a wrestler. What you think about Dick Beyer, what are the things you think about?
Well, obviously, I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, even in Europe, they call it the Dick Beyer spot when the guys are training. It's like a tackle drop down, leapfrog, hip toss, drop kick, get it again. So he had a renowned image, you know, worldwide. And Dick, really the biggest place he ever worked, maybe people don't know him as much in the States, he was in Japan with Giant Baba's office for years, had his own television show over there and everything. And I think to this day, when Dick Beyer and Giant Baba, I think it was that match, or it could have been Ricky Dozan, worked for the championship. It was the biggest television rating that Japan's ever had in a single night. And he was a great teacher. He was a coach back, and he played football and wrestled at Syracuse, and that's how I came across him. He, in his day, played. Ended up coaching there. He coached the likes of like Jim Brown, Ernie Davis, the Heisman Trophy winner. So he was a coach and a great teacher. And you know, I had limited time with him, but obviously he taught me enough to, you know, to get going right away. And I think with my background is in playing football and wrestling too, I picked up the physical aspect of it pretty quickly. But Dick was also a great psychologist, and that's something I learned from, you know, him as well. He was just a great teacher and a really cool guy.
Yeah, and I think it just popped in my head, one of the stories I heard about him, the reason why he was so popular in Japan is he took the time to learn the language.
Yeah.
And Japanese people really respected that, like, somebody, like, here's this American, took the time to learn our language, speak to us directly.
Right.
And it's like a little extra about him that he took the time to do the extra work and make that extra connection.
Right.
Just shows how much of an amazing human being. Was there any other, like, things like that about Dick that, like, wow, this is a guy going the extra mile, or he's very intelligent in what he does?
No, he was like actually I think the story what happened is he worked with Ricky Dozan for the world title, and then Ricky Dozan was the champion. Dick won the title off him. So that night, Ricky Dozan went out and somebody stabbed him in a bar fight.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go home. I mean, he went home and didn't put it over and bled to death. Dick wakes up the next day. He's the world champion because he was supposed to, you know, maybe do something with him the next tour, and that's what kicked off Dick staying there for so long. He just got over because of who he beat, and you know, just the type of he was a great worker, and he just caught on fire over there and ended up staying for like 7 or 8 years, moved his family over there, you know, the whole kit and caboodle, and did great. So, and I just happened to catch him coming back. He had moved back to Buffalo and spoke at one of my senior year, our wrestling banquet, and ended up getting me in the business, or I probably would have never been here.
Oh,
So
I'm
this is how things work out. You know?
I'm glad you're here, but let's see where the bids are at right now.
Jordan Stenger is at 150, waiting for Andy Cook to say whether in or out.
Okay, Andy Cook, let us know if
And he's out.
And he's out.
All right, 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Jordan Stenger right here. We're going to do it on a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jordan, you're the winner. We're going to let the dust settle, but right now you're the winner at 150, you said, Michael?
That's right.
150 is what we're setting for this pay-per-view chair. As I said, we're going to have all of them listed on highspotsauctions.com tomorrow at noon.
They're actually listed to view now, but you can buy them tomorrow.
Buy them tomorrow. They're listed to view now, but you can buy them tomorrow at noon. And like I said, we got them from like basically 2000 to like 2010, 2009, almost like a whole decade of pay-per-view chairs that are available at highspotsauctions.com tomorrow. So, but they're going to be all listed tomorrow. But we're going to now get into some ones that are about you very directly, and we're going to start off with actually a very rare. This is like a Japanese company that did a trading card. This is an All Japan trading card of Mike Rotunda right there, a nice chin lock right there with a nice singlet on and everything. We're going to auction this off, and whoever wins this, however they want signed, if they want IRS on a Mike Rotunda car or Mike Rotunda, we'll get it signed for sure. But we're going to auction off this trading card right here, and I'm going to put it on the close-up camera so we can zoom in on it. But I think it was, you know, since we were talking about Dick Beyer and the Destroyer, you know, and we got this Japanese trading card, I think maybe this would be a good time to talk about your time in tours of Japan. What was it like wrestling in Japan?
Well, probably my biggest time over in Japan was spent with New Japan. I actually had was working for WCW at the time, and I was part of the NWO that was used in Japan, and so I basically for 3 years did about 20 weeks a year in Japan, going back and forth, and we were doing great business because like Chono was our head of our NWO, we had Jeff Farmer was the Sting over there, and we fought like Muda's group every night, and they were doing great business. Every place we went was sold out. It was probably one of the best times they've ever had business-wise, using that NWO in Japan logo. And WCW would send guys over there to do like a tour here, tour there, but we were like the steady guys that went on almost every tour. It was awesome. They really took care of us. Probably one of the best companies I've ever worked for in the wrestling business is New Japan, you know, so. And WWE, they were the top ones for me. So, I mean, but New Japan was a close second. Obviously not as big, but they really took care of us over there, so it was awesome.
Yeah, I hear that like that NWO Japan, when it was in Japan, it was, I mean, guys would go back and forth like, wow, it's just as big over here as it is in the States.
They were doing great business, and I think New Japan at that time was paying WCW like $1 million a year to use the logo over there in Japan. But they really, the fans loved it, you know, because they had their traditional Japanese side, and we were the heels, the NWO, fighting that, and it was great. Like I said, we really did some great business, and it was really fun. Fun work.
Let's see if we got to have any fun with the trading card.
Marshall Sherman, $25. You can put this on a 30-second clock.
30-second clock, Marshall Sherman. It's on a 30-second clock, so we're going to the hard camera right here, right now. This trading card that will be, it's an All Japan one. We'll get it autographed however you want it autographed once you win it for $25. So that's where we'll sit right now. Is this a Japanese trading card? It's got a nice picture on the back. You're dropping a leg, I believe, on Kamala #2. So that's we'll show that on the close-up camera right there. The back right there is a very high-quality card. Be top-loaded. It's got a penny sleeve as well. Can I put it on a 10-second clock right now, Michael?
You can.
I can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right there, Marshall Sherman. Right there. So this went a little bit faster than the pay-per-view chair. So I knew you were like, man, are all these auctions going to be this long? Don't worry, we're gonna burn through these pretty fast, and then we're gonna make some money in that tie for you. So we got to make sure that IRS gets his money by the end of the night. But before we get there, I want to get to this. You signed a couple of these, but we left this one unsigned, but it will be signed however you want it signed. But we're going to auction off this IRS signed classic figure. We'll have it signed however. It's blank for right now, but once you win this auction and pay for that auction item, because as I said, once Marshall, you have won this, you're going to be invoiced for this trading card immediately. We're going to need you to pay for that invoice right away before we get it signed by Mike himself. So same will be done with this. It's clear right now, but it'll be signed however you want. But once you win it, you got to pay for that invoice, and we'll take care of it however you want to do it. But it'll be a signed WWF classic figure IRS right here, and we're going to put it on the close-up camera, and I'm going to zoom out very quickly right here. This will be the auction item right here, right now. So bids will start coming in. They start at 5, and then they're going to work their way up. But let's get back to America and WWF and IRS. How, other than Vince McMahon just absolutely hating the federal government, how did you become IRS in the WWF?
Well, I think it was kind of a spin-off of what I'd started doing as Michael Wall Street down in WCW. And it just worked out. Michael Wall Street got some attention from USA Today. I did a show, Inside Edition, and back then, you had to pay for that kind of stuff. You couldn't get it. So what happened though, they offered me an extension on my contract, which I didn't sign. So I ended up going back up to WWF at the time and working for Vince. And I think they just kind of looked at what I was doing and did a spin-off, which got even more heat, being like an IRS guy, you know, because nobody likes to pay taxes.
Exactly.
So it worked out really well. People didn't like me, and that was the effect I was trying to get. So it ended up being probably one of my better runs, you know, as a character in my 23-year career in the wrestling ring. So it worked out well.
Absolutely, and it's very memorable. It was always a thing that would be talked about, like when I would watch WWF wrestling as a child, WWF Superstars, and you'd come on the screen,
right.
And I just like, oh, I hate this. And my dad, like, he never really liked wrestling, and he would kind of like, roll his eyes at it a little
Right.
bit, and he'd always have something smart to say. Especially my uncle would always have something smart to say. But for whatever reason, when you get on there and you get that grimace with the glasses, like Dad was like, "Oh, this guy's silly," but then you'd see you, like, I don't like that guy. And of course, he's a Midwest farmer, so taxes are
Right.
he's getting hit with that all the time. But
Nobody likes to pay taxes.
nobody likes to pay taxes. But during your time there, you wrestle a lot of people, and I made a joke earlier that it seemed like you wrestled Tatanka and wrestled with Tatanka a multitude of times.
Right.
Why did you think that you always got stuck with Tatanka in a lot of these matches? Was it chemistry? Were the matches that good?
Yeah, I think there was a bunch of different guys. I worked quite a bit with Boss Man, and then Ted and I worked, with several different tag teams as Money Inc. So, and I think it was more of a target thing. They could get heat out of an IRS going after Tatanka, and that's basically the kind of stuff we did. I had a run with Undertaker up there.
But death and taxes.
Yeah,
It's right there. Like
So it just. At first, it started out in a single, then turned into a tag with Ted, and then when we had that run, then I started doing some different. So it just, of course, if you have chemistry with somebody and they think it's working, they're going to keep you, keep feeding the fire and keep that rivalry together a little bit. So so just how it ended up.
Well, let's see if we've ended up on these bids right now.
Richard Howell's at 70, and I think everyone that was bidding saying they're out. So if you want to put Richard Howell for a 30-second clock.
30-second clock. Richard Howe, you're going to get it signed, but Richard Howe, you're going to be invoiced immediately. We need you to pay that invoice if you want it signed, however you want it signed, and if you can even suggest whatever paint pen you want. Blue is probably the one you want, or red. That's usually matches the suspenders, is usually what people do. But one of the classic figures right here that'll be available for you to pick up. But right now, we're about ready to put it on a 10-second clock. Richard Howe.
Not quite yet.
Not
Paul
quite.
Antilli has jumped in at $80.
$80. Paul Antilli. We're going to put this back down, and I'm going to keep talking to IRS. Boy, does that really suck. Because I'm enjoying talking to you right now. This is my favorite part of all of the virtual gimmick tables is talking to people like yourself, and is really get into like memories of my childhood. And Money Inc. was definitely one of my favorite things growing up because I liked Ted so much.
Right.
Ted was actually like. For a long time, like one of the first matches I ever saw, like Ted Dibiase was, and then like the IRS gimmick was such a thing that I latched onto as a kid of something I didn't like. And
Right.
like anytime you wrestled at anybody, I was always cheering for the other guy. But when you guys were together as a tag team, you had a lot of matches with the Steiners.
Right.
And like the Steiners didn't have a lot of opponents when they went to WWF, but they had great opponents in you guys. What was it like wrestling the Steiners? And probably I would say kind of the prime.
Well, you got beat up a lot.
Okay, cool. That's what I figured. That sounds about right. I'm sure you're like, hey, Scott, maybe we do this. And Scott's like, no, people don't want to see that. They want to see me beat the crap out of you for 20 minutes. Cool. And then just went out there and do that.
Yeah, they're just two rugged guys, two brothers, rugged guys, and you didn't have to worry about if you landed and punched them in the eye by mistake or whatever, so they weren't going to complain, and you couldn't complain giving it back either. So
Yeah, Rick was already too ugly. You couldn't make him and couldn't make him any uglier. But you actually had like a long history like throughout your career with Rick.
Yeah.
You know, like tell me what Rick was like in each incarnation.
He would hurt you even if he was your partner.
Well, I'm sure they probably they were tagging out and like, ow, why'd you hurt me so much?
Yeah, they're characters, that's for sure. But they did really well in the business, and it was fun. We always had fun, no matter what. And we traveled the roads, and that was just as interesting going down the road with those guys as it was in the ring, always. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it was fun.
Who's the better driver, Rick or Scott?
I would say that had to be Rick.
Yeah, he was a better wheelman.
I think so.
Seemed like it was a bit more even keel.
I don't think Scott even used to drive back then. He would eat, sleep, and mostly sleep on the way. So.
Dream of ways to manipulate your body in ways it's not supposed to go. Just dream about
I'll tell
that.
you a story about those guys. We're driving in the Washington, D.C. area one afternoon, and the traffic was horrible, and we're running late. So I had some raisins, like those, I think they're Sunkist. They're in the little red boxes, dried out.
Yeah.
And Rick's up front with me. Scott's in the back seat, sleeping. So Rick goes, "Hey, can I have some of those raisins? And I said, yeah, I don't care. So he grabs like 2 boxes, rips the top off, shovels them down his throat. All of a sudden, about 3 minutes later, and he started choking. I go, are you choking? Are you all right? and and Scott sat up, and he goes, what's the matter? And I said, your brother's choking, and we couldn't get off because we were in the middle of 5 lanes of traffic. And I said, your brother's choking on the raisins. And Scott says, well, take him away from him. And about that time, Rick goes and plastered the inside of the windshield. That's a Steiner story.
That's a Steiner story. Scott Steiner doesn't have MD at the end of his name, so surprising. It's more PhD because he's good with numbers. But that's incredible. But like you tagged a lot with Rick. As a tag team partner, what do you think that Rick brought to the table that maybe some other guys that you've tagged with over the years didn't bring to the
Rick
table?
could throw a guy from one end of the ring to the other. And he did that night, and one night in Boston with Kevin Sullivan. He tossed him, and Kevin turned, did about 4 rotations across the ring before he hit the ropes from a fly. Now, very powerful suplexers, both of those guys, especially Rick. Mm-hmm. He was a powerful guy.
We'll see if we got any powerful things happening in the bids.
Paul and Tilly at 80, and I think that's probably it. So if you want to just put this on 10-second clock.
10-second clock right now. Paul and Tilly in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Paul and Tilly, you're the winner of this, but make sure you pay your invoice immediately so we can get it signed however you want it signed. So that'll be that right there. We'll let the dust settle for that in a second. But the next auction item is another IRS figure that actually it's a nice Hasbro right here, the classic Hasbro. We actually already got it signed. Pay up IRS already on the card. It'll come in this nice, beautiful protector right here. This will be the next auction item, and then after this, we were going to then auction off the tie and put some money in IRS's pocket. But, like I said, we just put out like a couple pieces of action figures, and that was always the big thing with WWF, WWE very early on, is the fact of the idea of merchandise.
Sure.
When you saw yourself in action figure form, like, what would you think? Like, did you thought it was cool?
Oh, yeah, it was cool. It was something different, I'm sure my kids appreciated it more than I did as far as seeing myself on there, but I appreciated the money, too.
Of course.
To
give to your kids so they can buy somebody else's action figure.
Exactly.
Because they probably wanted Hulk Hogan instead of you, right?
Yeah, so it was something new and exciting. Just like, how the wrestling business grew over the years. I mean, they're just... merchandise is a huge thing, Mm-hmm. And even with my sons in it today, their merchandise is a huge part of the market,
Oh, we know.
So,
we buy wholesale prices, and it's still pretty high.
So,
we're well aware.
Yeah,
they get good checks too.
Yeah, it was cool,
Absolutely. But you talk about your kids and their interest in wrestling. As a father, when did you first see that in them, and then possibly like, oh, well, that might be something they want to do?
Well, it's not something I steered them towards, but growing up in and around the business, they were obviously exposed to it. And even if you tell somebody you don't want to do this, it's a hard business, they're going to try it on their own, and that's basically what they did. I didn't force them into it, but eventually they wanted to get in it. So, then you try to help them as much as you can. So, like I said, it's not something I steered them towards, but with their grandfather doing it, their father doing it, their uncles doing it, the whole family, I guess it's kind of hard for them not to want to, or at least try it. Mm-hmm. And luckily, knock on wood, they've, been able to stay employed in it, so
quite for some time, obviously.
Yeah, so
well, let's see if we got anything going on in the bids right now.
Yeah, but it's a 2-man race between Richard Howell and Johnny Poda.
Okay.
Johnny Poda currently on top at 140.
140 right now, Johnny Poda and Richard Howell. Let us know if you're in or you're out, so we can put it on a 30-second clock, then 10-second clock, and then we can get to auctioning off this IRS tie, and we can close it on out. But You know, we were just talking about your kids being involved with wrestling, and I gotta ask, I'm very interested to see your philosophies. As I said, a man, you know, trained by Dick Beyer, came up through the territory system, and you know, wrestling, amateur wrestler. What were your thoughts when you saw the Firefly Funhouse match this year's WrestleMania?
Well, you know, I know that the business has changed, so I'm not surprised by anything that's done. You know, it's expanding characters and, you know, building situations, which is, you know, part of the wrestling business this day and age. So the bigger you can make something, I thought the Firehouse, the whole thing was a great way to transition into doing something different. You know, as far as just a particular match, I'm not going to go into detail on that, but, you know, it's a reinvention of a character. The whole Fiend thing and you know, coming off of the Wyatt's run. So you have to keep changing yourself and keep going forward, you know. You can't sit back and try to do the same old thing over and over again. The more you can expand, the longer you're going to keep the interest of our wrestling fans, you know.
Yeah, and you know, Bray's done that time and time again, and evolved, re-evolved, and it's very creative.
Right.
And did he have a creative bone like that? Was like as a child?
I think so. All our kids have been, knock on wood, pretty creative in their own different ways. You know, even as children, they weren't the kind of kids that sat around. They went out and experienced stuff and tried new things, and you know, they all have their strengths in different areas, obviously, but they all are creative. You know, because my wife kind of pushed that for them to them younger. You know, don't be afraid to try something. So I think they all have a creative streak in them.
Yeah, that was very clearly. But let's see if we got a streak going right now with the bids. Are we done?
Same winner in the same place, but 160 for Johnny Pota.
160 Johnny Pota, and
And we're waiting for Jeff Freer, who made the 150 bid,
Okay.
to say whether he's in or out.
Jeff Freer, let us know if you're in or out. The sooner they do that, the sooner we can put on a 6-second clock, then a 30-second clock, then a 10-second basketball count, and we can auction off this IRS tie. And we can get some. The IRS, they want their money. It's already clicked over to 2021. They're not going to wait till April for their money. They wanted to hear tonight in January. We're going to be auctioning off this tie that you saw on Monday Night Raw just this last Monday. So let's go ahead and settle up with this Hasbro as quick as possible so we can take
Jeff
care
Freer
of it.
did make a bid at 170. Johnny Pota said he's out. So
Okay.
if you want to go ahead and put that on a 10-second
10-second
for Jeff
clock.
Freer.
That's right. The sooner we can get to the IRS getting his money, the better. But right now, 10-second clock. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff Freer is our winner right now. Correct, Michael?
Yeah, we're just going to let it clear. Just
Let it clear as always before we get all excited about our last auction item of the night. Right now, Hasbro right here, and of course you will be invoiced for that immediately. Please go ahead and pay that invoice as quickly as possible so we can get that taken care of and get that out the door. So you'll be invoiced right now. Pay that invoice right away so we can take care of you on that and settle up for that. And the same will go for the tie as well. As soon as you win that auction item, we're going to request that you pay that invoice immediately, because as soon as we end the stream, Mike's going to want to get out the door as fast as possible. So pay that invoice as quickly as possible so we can get it signed exactly how you want it signed. So we good to go, Michael?
We're good and cleared.
Last auction item of the night is a tie that's around your neck right now. And as you said, you haven't auctioned off any ties that you can remember, unless it was in some bar here in Charlotte on Wilkerson Boulevard somewhere. But no, this is the tie right here that you saw on Monday Night Raw for the Legends show. And let's talk about how, every once in a while on Monday Night Raw, they always they bring in some of the people from the old school era, and they bring them in. Talk about some of the things that WWE does to honor the tradition of the company and people like yourself.
Well, yeah, they give some guys that are not on the mainstream television anymore just an opportunity to come back and say hi to the WWE fans, and do something cool like that. I mean, it's we had Hulk Hogan on there, Jimmy Hart, Boogeyman, Teddy Long, Ron Simmons. I mean, and it was great flair to see some guys that you don't run into every day, you know, and just to kind of reminisce and, you know, get out in front of the WWE fans of the generations today. And I think that's one thing that's pretty cool about WWE fans. They like to go back to the other eras, you know, and kind of stay in tune to what they were doing back then as to what they're doing now. So it's always a cool situation getting a chance to go back and say, you know, hello to some people you worked against and some that you were friends, you know, going down the road with. So it's cool.
Absolutely. And you know, you've always got a red tie available. Whenever Vince calls, I always got one in there. But now after tonight, you're not gonna have that tie in your closet no more. That's gonna be hanging on somebody's wall, man cave, wherever. Hopefully hanging up on there, signed by IRS. But you're gonna have to pay that invoice as soon as you win it, and you're gonna be invoiced for it immediately. So you got to pay that invoice directly. So if you want it signed, like Warren WWE, you know, 2021, you got to pay for that invoice immediately.
Just keep in mind you can't write a book on it.
Yeah. And thank you so much for putting pay up on a lot of these 8x10s and signing Erwin R. Shyster on this elite figure right now.
I was going to say, if you point out there's one of those left, if you want to just let people know, one remains.
One remains of this elite figure that's got Erwin R. Shyster pay up. Right here, we've only got one of these available. Remaining are now for $60. So go ahead and type the word "sold" IRS elite figure 60. Only one of them. And it's not just IRS. It says Erwin R. Shyster and pay up right on their inscription. Do you ever, when you autograph sign-ins, are you like, ooh, I don't remember how to spell Shyster? Is that ever happened to you?
It's not something I've done. You know, a great deal of. Autographs in is the whole name, Erwin R. Shyster, because even when I did WWE stuff, I would basically say something, you know, as IRS, but no, I still remembered how to spell it.
Okay, I was gonna say, there's no way I'd remember that every single time. I'm like, you're gonna need to write that down.
Yeah, you kind of got to refresh your memory, though.
A little bit too, so. but and sometimes we put you know, we have to require you to sign like some of these Funkos like right here, like you've got IRS right on here. It's a smaller area, especially since Ted took up all the area right here.
What's new?
Ted's always in the way. He's got to make that. He made that dollar sign really big, and of course you just squeeze in there with pay up right there, IRS. This one is still available for $90. Just type the words "sold Money Inc. Funko 90" in the comment section. Right here, IRS Ted Dibiase signed in the different colors there as well. Where are we at on the bids, Michael?
It looks like we are at 110 on Fred Carpenter right now.
110 Fred Carpenter on a tie that was just worn on Monday Night Raw just a few days ago. That's around IRS's neck right now. Probably a little bit of, you know, IRS DNA on it right now. So it's right there.
As quickly as that, and we're right up to 125 with Kurt Jesuits.
Kurt Jesuits, 125. Of course, he's not gonna miss up on an opportunity to own a piece of wrestling history. One of IRS's red ties, notable red ties that you wore multiple times. You know, very very similar. But so when you were coming up with the outfit of IRS and wrestling with the suspenders and the butt, like obviously, you know, when it was US Express days, it was the nice trunks, probably far more comfortable to wrestle in. You'd Varsity Club, it was the singlet, and now you're just that button-up shirt. Like,
well, I tell you, it was a lot better in the wintertime because we went all over the place, and when the arenas had hockey going on within them and they had the ice down, they were always freezing, so being able to wear pants and a shirt and,
I bet.
and a tie was like a little hot in the summer, but you would really appreciate it in the wintertime. So
yeah, I'm sure wrestling in Lowell, Mass is probably much nicer when you get the long slacks
or Indianapolis or Alaska or wherever you were. So Canada.
Alaska. Really? Did you wrestle in Alaska?
Oh,
What was
yeah.
that like? What was that like wrestling in Alaska?
It's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, I remember going there in the middle of winter, and we're all looking at each other going, what are we doing here? We were going to Fairbanks, and they had there was literally like 6 feet of snow on the ground. And we're going, why are we even here? Well, we get to Fairbanks, go to the arena, it's sold out.
Oh, wow.
In 45 below weather.
Wow.
I mean, and you know, there's not a whole lot you can go do in 45 below weather. So when we went there, I've been there actually a bunch of times fishing also, but yeah, we used to work Fairbanks and What's the other one? Anchorage.
Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah, Anchorage. So yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
But it's cold.
I bet. I ain't no doubt in my mind.
I really appreciated the shirt and tie then.
I bet. Were they at least kind to you in the travel department, and they're like, hey, let's go to the West Coast, and they work our way up to Anchorage? They're like, let's go from Anchorage to Philly, and then to
that was
Phoenix.
more like in the early, the mid-'80s that we did that. They kind of mapped it out a little better back in the 90s, so.
Yeah, because it seems like when you guys are like the U.S. Express days.
Right, you're everywhere.
It was zigzag, because they hadn't like got everything down. They're just trying to expand.
They're just booking buildings, and wherever you were booked, you would get a stack of tickets when you went to TV like that, and that would be your next 3 weeks. You know, so. But
what was it? What was like some of those loops were in the early '80s, like when you and Barry were tagging? Like, what was like probably the one that sticks in your mind?
Well, I didn't go there till like '85. It was the end of '84, '85.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we were all over the place. You know, I think Barry and I worked 300 days that year, and that doesn't mean 300 matches because we used to do double shots on the weekends almost every weekend. You know. Do 2 shows on Saturday and Sunday, both, each day. So, you know, it was a haul. We were pretty worn out traveling wise, so. But it was a great experience. I mean, it was so hot. Everywhere you went was just, you know, doing great business and selling out. So I think at the time it was so new, they didn't want to slow down, and because nobody knew how long it would last, and you know. This much later, it's still going. So
yeah, don't I know that mentality? Don't slow down. You don't know how long it's gonna last. That's kind of been the theme of this show. But where are we at on the bids? Are they slowing down at all, Michael?
Fred Carpenter and Kurt went back and forth. Kurt is at 165. Fred says he's out.
Okay.
So at 165, if you want to put this on a 30-second clock.
165, 30 seconds right now for this IRS tie that was just worn on Monday Night Raw. Just recently, and once you pay for this invoice, he will sign it however you want, but you got to do it very quickly because we want to get him out the door as fast as possible. We don't want IRS hanging around much longer than they need to. You might go through some files.
I'll be snooping, yeah.
Snooping. Luckily, we don't keep any good records here. We just throw them in the trash because we have the worst bookkeeper of all time. So, right now...
You don't do that, do you?
No, I don't do. I've been trying to save them. I try to save as many records as possible. I've got a shoebox for the last 9 years of every receipt and paid invoice that I have.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea until the tax man comes knocking, like, hey, where's this extra $5,000 that came out of nowhere? But right now, we're going to know exactly where this couple 160 some odd.
Well, not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
Fred Carpenter keeps coming back in. I think they realize the IRS ties just don't come up every day.
They don't. You don't see them online.
Fred Carpenter says it's worth $200 to him.
Boom.
$200. There we go. We skipped out I feel more comfortable saying that this is going for $200. Probably paid a little less, or maybe right about $200 for that tie.
Oh, at least $200.
At least $200. Of course. I mean, Michael Wall Street's not going to pay anything less than that. Which I always find that interesting, like how on the nose that character was. Michael Wall Street. Of course, Wall Street, the movie, Michael Douglas. Let's just combine these together. Do the pro wrestling thing, make it as easy as possible.
There you go.
And that's the thing, too, that I always think about. We were talking about U.S. Express. Like, look at this young man that's got this big hair, big 80s hair, and then just slicks it all back. Was it a little bit easier to, like, wrestle with that slick back hair?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you didn't have like, Chic yanking on that hair anymore. You can slick it back.
Chic would yank your hair out anyway, so.
Whether or not, but like, let's I was just mentioning the U.S. Express, and the picture that we got here is of Captain Lou Albano.
Right.
It's another guy. I don't hear a lot of stories, but what was it like?
He was a trip.
Yeah.
Captain Lou, almost every week that we would do TV, he would end up getting fired, and then be back at the next TVs the next 3 weeks. So.
Well, what did he do to get fired every week?
Well, he just didn't behave.
Yeah.
So.
What was some of his outlandish behavior that he would do?
Maybe dropping his pants when he did a promo or something that he was they were trying to film, and he'd get in the middle of it and just come and moon the camera guy when people had to start over and stuff. He had fun.
Yeah.
So, but he was a great guy, awesome guy.
Yeah.
And what a character too, man. I mean, for real.
Yeah.
Just a Cool guy.
So you never just shut it off. The guy that you saw on camera was the guy that was walking the earth.
He kept going. Captain Lou was a trip.
Absolutely. Let's see if we've taken a trip anywhere past $200.
We are at 200 with Fred Carpenter, and Kurt let us know he's out.
Okay.
So once again, if you want to put this on a 30-second clock,
30
$200 to Fred Carpenter.
Fred Carpenter recognized the rarity that it is an IRS tie for $200. And I must remind you, Fred, you're going to be invoiced for this very promptly after we settle this, and I give you the 10-second basketball count. We're going to need you to pay that invoice immediately, because if you want it signed, Erwin Scheister IRS, Monday Night Raw, and the date and everything like that, they're going to need you to pay that invoice as soon as you get it. He's already taken it off his neck. He's ready to hand it to you right now, Fred. And can I go ahead and give the 10-second basketball count for Fred Carpenter right here, right now, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
We'll let the dust settle, but I'll take this from you, sir, and I will make sure that it gets taken care of properly and shipped off to Fred Carpenter, because he is now apparently our winner of this auction item. IRS red tie, probably one of the only ones that you've ever. Oh, I just saw the label. You're darn right. That's about at least $200 right there. So, good quality pickup on this IRS tie. You're getting invoiced for it right now, Fred. As we get out of here, I know you were just on the largest platform of the world to say hi to the fans, but we've already said goodbye here tonight, and you even got the VG T-shirts.
Don't forget your T-shirts, guys.
T-shirts that are available right now with the signed promo as well for $25. Just say sold VGT shirt combo 25 and your shirt size in the comment section. Before we get out of here, like I said, you're on the largest platform in the world to say hi, but here on the humble little virtual gimmick table, what would you like to say to these people as we say goodbye here?
Happy New Year to everybody out there. Stay safe, and thank you for joining us tonight. It was my pleasure and an honor.
Oh, it was my pleasure and an honor just to speak with you, sir.
Thank you
so much, Mike. And thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. Make sure you tune in for Boxmania this Saturday to figure out what you got. But also, too, make sure you pay attention to Sunday, noon drop for Sign It Live. Eric Young, next week's virtual gimmick table with the Good Brothers. And don't forget a very special Sign It Live next Saturday, 5 p.m. Molly Holly will be in house for Sign It Live. So, this has been a wonderful night. I forgot the DVD special. Good night.